I'll make you famous. I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man! And now, your mama knows!
29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What are you, fucking nuts? You thought... You just...
Subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube for live streams every week. Daily videos. Subscribe. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon. going on, guys? This is the Cowboy King of Entertainment, and I'm back with another video. And I'm just being real comfortable as we usher in this day, and we talk about some gaming and other stuff. So, man, it is the year of the presidential election, and that's crazy. That's coming up really soon. Even crazier, I'll be moving to Florida. Finally got everything is like the final say so. Actually, I think it's the first time I'm getting a chance to say this. Because last Thursday was when we found out that the appraisal went through good. So everything is done. We've been looking at more and more houses. We got one that we really like because my wife has to have a pool. So we might be getting a one with a pool. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty cool. If you guys have been following this little journey of the house, it's been crazy. And I've been telling you guys that I had cut back on content because I've been doing a lot with the house. So the crazy thing is, it even shows up because this month was the first month in like years that I didn't get a check from YouTube. So I'm writing YouTube like, hey, where's my check? And it's like, you didn't make the threshold. I'm like, damn, but I kept saying to you guys, I kept been falling off on content. So go figure, right? So anyway, but yeah, a lot of stuff, guys. I do want to let you know. When I move, probably had the channel shut down for a little bit because I will be doing a big rebranding, and I might be going in a little bit different direction. So, but you know, you guys will see. I'll figure it out. I'm just going through a lot in my head on what I want the channel to be. And I've always said years ago, you know, maybe I'll take YouTube a little more serious once I move to Florida. Because right now, like, it is what it is, but I'll be in a whole new location. And, you know, YouTube wants you to stay on track with the algorithm and all this stuff. And you know me, I don't care. I do what I want. I make this video, that video. But maybe, you know, what the hell? I'm like, why is my thing look all off? But, you know, maybe, why does it look like it's not even? All right, there we go. But maybe, you know, when I move to Florida, things will change, and I'll be trying to be a little more focused, you know, have the channel a little more focused, not all over the place. But we'll see. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of go through a bunch of that stuff. And if you're new to the channel, go to the homepage, scroll down. You'll see everything for gaming, the vlog, and the podcast, movie reviews, product reviews. It's all there and more. Also, I just put out my Venom spoiler-free real review, so make sure you check that out. I seen that over the weekend. I actually seen Smile too last Thursday, so that review is out already as well. And I got a bunch more stuff coming out. So with that being said, I'm gonna grab a chair. Hope you guys grab a chair. Also got a Halloween party I went to. That video should be coming out soon. Mr. Josh Warren and Chloe Diz. I went to their Halloween party as I do every year. This will be the third one of their parties I went to. That's crazy. I knew them that long because I went to 3 of their Halloween parties, and last year they didn't have it because they was getting married. So that's crazy to think that was 4, you know. Anyways, so yeah, also something new is in the Discord. There is now a VR channel. So guys, make sure you check it out. We've been chatting a little bit of VR. My guy Ninja Guy VR, can't say X. He was on the show last week, and he was bringing up VR because he's all about VR. And Mr. Urban World is super into VR. So I think it's cool that, you know, he said, hey, if you got a VR thing, he'll post more stuff. So that game Behemoth looks dope. It almost made me want to get a PlayStation VR too. I know I won't get it for one game, but it looks cool. That's the one VR game. I'm like, dude, that game looked like he speaks to me. But anyway. Shadow of the Colossus is a cool game, and then when you look at, imagine having like Shadow of the Colossus in VR, like that's pretty cool. So hold on real quick. Okay, guys, come check out another super show as we are talking about new games coming, gaming in general, and more. All right, so let me post this up. I see you guys are chatting. I know Mr. Urban World is probably talking about VR as usual. So I am coming. All right. Oh, Flintlock. I'll tell you guys about Flintlock. I've been playing that. So I'm actually about to send that back today. So had my fair time with Flintlock, and I'm done, needless to say. All right, so let's start to the top. My man Dodge Man's in the building. He's number 1. Let's go. Dodge Man. Oh, Purple Haze in the building, number 2. That's cool. Yeah, you're actually in here a little earlier. Have to go run some errands. All right, cool. What's going on, guys? It's Urban, King of Christmas and VR. I'm just getting comfortable as we usher in this day with Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Powerful cloud PCs that's more powerful than your physical, etc. Fair enough. And losing 6 to 7 pounds in 1 week, unlike you guys catching Black Friday deals, owning a jewelry business, etc. Jokes aside, it's a little sad you're not celebrating Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas in snow. YouTube owes me a check after this bloodbath. That was FCAT. Dodger Man said, what bloodbath, FCAT? He said, Synopsis is a good PSVR 2 game. Okay. Or Synapse, whatever. Let me see. Q Beanie in the building. So I am here lurking. What's up, Q, man? I hope you're doing good. 5-0 in the building. Let's go. So yo, just got home. That's what I'm talking about. 5-0. Oh, wait. I see my my keyboard was being pressed. So let me back this up. So anyway, before FCAT get in, let me tell you guys something. Oh, Ron's in the building. Concord VR could be played without a PSVR 2. Oh, that's dope. That is dope. So let me tell you guys about Flintlock. So Flintlock was okay, but it feels super like basic, kind of super generic. And I really just didn't vibe with it. So I'll pull up a trailer. Oh, you know what? Here, let me pull up some little Flintlock video. And let's just go over it a little bit. So you guys thinking about getting Flintlock. I haven't heard really anybody talk about Flintlock at all. But all right, so check out. This was from my Flintlock first impression video. I gave it a chance, and I tried to play it more and more.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Yeah, right. That's it. So let me mute this. But yeah, I think it's you know, it. A lot of people probably won't care too much about it. I feel like there's a lot of other games you could get to play, and rather than play Flintlock, to be honest with you. But it's just like very kind of generic. Like they really didn't like pad it out to make it like carve its path to make it something special. It just feels really, really generic. So yeah, I'm gonna send it back. But hey man, I did play it for a good little bit. Try to like it. This little part where you like dash and teleport, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more to it. You pretty much just dash and teleport just to go to another specific area. So it's nothing really special about it. So before, some people was comparing it to Forspoken, like, oh, it might be like Forspoken, but it's really not at all. Everything is just really like you can't go there and you can't go there. So Forspoken, you could kind of go anywhere. You could go all the way up. If you see the highest mountain, eventually you could get up there. This is kind of like that teleport thing. It just puts you on a path, and that's just where you go. And that was it. So, but for the most part, it was cool. It was something to play, and I'm happy I got to check it out. As usual, there you can see some of the combat. Just a little basic. You're swinging an axe. You could jump in the air and punch the ground. You got some, but it is very, very basic. Now, seems like a lot more you could upgrade, but it's just I don't know. It wasn't anything special, you know. But it's a interesting double A game, I would say, you know. But anyways, so that's it on Flintlock. I think next I'm gonna get that Transformers racing game because I'm a sucker for Transformers, and it looks like a little kiddie-ish game. But I will be getting it, and I'll let you guys know. All right, so let's bring on my guy F the Cat. Give it up for him. Ron says he's heading to Planet Fitness. What's going on, F Cat?
Yeah,
What's up, man? How's it going?
chilling. I got an echo on your end, I think.
Echo. Here, let me see if it's using
Check.
my the microphone that I wanted to use. Let's see. I don't think so. Let me use that microphone. All right, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, wrong microphone. But what's up, man? What's going on? Let's let the party begin, man. Let's get into it.
Just been chilling, playing a lot of Black Ops 6.
Okay, we definitely got to talk about that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're gonna get into it.
Black Ops 6. So it's funny, you had asked me, did I game lock it, and I didn't. And I totally forgot, but my buddy, I forgot he was gonna get it, and he hit me up yesterday because he said there was something wrong with it where the color was off or something. And he was like, he looked it up on YouTube and figured out how to fix it. So I was like, oh yeah. So I'm letting him, he just got a PlayStation a couple months ago. So I was like, yeah, if you get a PlayStation, I'll let you use my account so your kids and stuff could play a bunch of my games. So last night I was like, oh yeah, you gotta let me check out Call of Duty. So I'm probably gonna get his account maybe sometime today, and then I'll check out Call of Duty.
Yeah, this Call of Duty is pretty good. Probably best one since Modern Warfare 2.
Really?
Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 was pretty bad recepted.
Mm-hmm. You know what's weird?
Multiplayer was basically just maps we played a million times already.
Right.
And BO6 is all new maps. The zombies they're touting as good, and they're saying the campaign is good. The campaign also has like Starfield like dialogue choosing, kind of like Starfield-ish or Bethesda RPG-ish.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't leading up to the game. They barely showed any trailers for like the story, and now I see the story trailers for the story like all over. Like, oh wow, they didn't give me that taste for it. Played a little bit of it this weekend, but been on Sparking Zero a lot. Oh, so Dodge Man, you did get Call of Duty. Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, but there's some issues on Steam, and also with it being on Game Pass. I mean, it's cool and all, but I've just been noticing some suspicious stuff. We'll talk about it later.
I don't see what would be an issue with Call of Duty being on Game Pass, but I'm sure we'll talk about it later. 50 says, "Stay off Call of Duty, cowboy. You're a bum, and you won't play it." That's funny. I mean, I'll play it for like a couple hours on Game Pass. LOL. Remember? Oh yeah, that's right. You got Game Pass.
Yeah, I know Murder's probably he's probably playing it on both.
No, so Murder said he's been playing it on
PlayStation?
No, Murder's been playing it on Xbox.
Oh, okay. Through Game Pass, or he bought it.
I'm pretty sure he's playing it through Game Pass.
Well, like this Call of Duty, like if you're hardcore, buy Call of Duty day one. You're probably gonna buy this Call of Duty and say forget Game Pass. But for me, it's been like, oh, it's there. I can, save my money. I don't have to jump and buy it, because that's usually me. If it's a good Call of Duty, I'm gonna buy it day one.
Yeah, but the thing is, I
play
think
the beta. I
even
like the beta. You know, then I buy it. The only one I skipped on was World War II and Vanguard.
yeah, but I think if you're a Call of Duty fan and you got an Xbox and you got Game Pass, why would you still buy it?
I mean, we'll get into that, cowboy.
Yeah, that long pause. That long pause you did.
This,
Exactly.
I
All
got
right,
a
come on,
little
let's get
rant.
into it, man.
I got
Let's
a rant
you
about Call of Duty on Game Pass right now.
all right, well, we're gonna talk about
Yeah,
it.
you can pull me up.
All right, let me go to Discord real quick. Just I want to see before I pull you up, let me just pick a trailer to show. All right, so I'm gonna pick a trailer to show. And man, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Show that
I'm about
that one I just posted in Discord. The last one.
okay, well hold up. I wanna
What's it
show
called?
Behemoth.
Oh yeah. You got
Behemoth
some
looks
VR
dope.
news too. Not very good VR news.
Huh?
I said we got VR news too, but not very good one.
Damn. Well, this is good VR news. This game looks dope.
The curse dooms our home. Black rot eats our flesh. And bloodlust
Dark Light
consumes
Survivor
every soul.
is what it's called. That game looks
Salvation lies in the Forsaken Lands. Its foul behemoths are the source of our affliction.
Like to have like a Shadow Colossus type game in VR.
Be our light.
That just sounds cool. So you got giant creatures, and you could climb up them to try to kill them. Well, I don't know. Can you kill them? I guess that's the reason for climbing up them. But man, seems pretty cool.
Listen to me, Ren. There is no freedom while the curse remains.
I can still feel the black rot.
Look at that. It's just the stuff you could do.
Together.
Seems pretty cool. So you blocking with the shield. You got like, look like they got like superpowers. Look, he punched my man head off. Jumping, swinging.
Show no mercy, Ren.
I won't let the curse take my people.
Damn.
I'll fight. No matter what it takes.
Look at that. You yank the rope. That's cool. So you could shoot. You could throw your. It looked like he threw his sword and came back and caught it.
Looks better than Avowed.
I think Valve's in VR, but that looks pretty cool. All right, hold up. Let me see. Let me not miss anybody. All right, Dodge Man said, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying till 30 price tag comes up like Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, by the time it goes $30, you know it's about to come out.
You got the other video, Dark Light Survivor.
Yeah, I'll put that up. When did you put that one in?
Just searching on YouTube, Dark Light Survivor trailer.
Okay.
What it is basically it's multi switch cameras, so you can go top down, you can go third person, and it's just you're shooting like aliens and stuff like that, crazy creatures. But yeah, it's on the fly.
I didn't get to see that. You know what? I seen you add this trailer.
Top down to third person.
Yeah, I seen you add this trailer, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
All right, here, let's check it out.
I'm interested. I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay.
This is how Helldivers 2 should have been, where you go top down to
So that's cool. So wait, you can just switch whenever you want?
Yeah.
What? That's too. two cool views. I don't mind games like that. It's not that far top down too. It's like a little slanted. I used to be a Diablo.
Yeah, kind of like Diablo.
Nah, you can't switch back and forth.
Yeah, you can switch back and forth from top down to third person. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be a like I said, a fan of this, but yeah, I mean, I love. It's like a horror movie.
This is exactly how Divers 2 should have came out. Like you could switch top down, like in the first game, to third person.
Oh, okay. So they would have keep it like, oh, you could switch to the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, here, let me play this real quick because my favorite video game series of all time. Let's give a shout out. Resident Evil. Let's go. Celebrate Resident Evil. That's why my wife didn't like the first one.
Resident Evil.
Let's go. I just want to show that because I'm a big Resident Evil fan. All right, one last thing, and then we're gonna get into your stuff, man. Here's something I want to show. And which trailer do I want to show? I feel like let me see. No, I don't want to show this one. So they got, yeah, you know what? I'll show this one. I feel like I'm gonna buy this game day one without even having to
special gaming experience waiting for those of you playing on PlayStation.
Not because of the PlayStation features, but
with a DualSense wireless controller, haptic feedback allows for a more intuitive experience of the in-game world.
All right, let's scratch that trailer.
From natural phenomena.
Pull up the one that I sent in private.
Which one?
I sent it in the private chat.
Oh, is it Monster Hunter?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, hold on. You gotta wait. Let me give some credit. So this is the next game I think I might actually buy. I know it don't come out till like February, but
oh, is this it?
Man, I had a lot of fun when I played Monster Hunter.
The beta?
Huh?
The beta on PlayStation.
They got a beta of this?
Starting without us.
Yeah.
Just look at that fire.
Wait, is it for everybody?
Yeah, and your progress carries over or something like that.
Hold up, when is it out?
I think you can download it right now.
What? Hold up, guys. Can anybody fact check this? Damn, my man 50 said DualSense is his favorite controller. And if I went 2 years ago, you'd have telling me how stupid that controller was and it's dumb. And why are people blowing on it? Man, that's crazy. But hey man, listen, ignorance is bliss. Yeah, man, not that I really was super into Monster Hunter, because the first time I ever played it was Monster Hunter Monster Hunter World, but it was so much fun. I used to play it by myself too. I would play it with a bunch of guys, but then I would get on by myself sometimes. It's a dope game.
The fire spring with our own hands.
All right, Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't see anything about a beta.
Yeah, so it's called Monster Hunter Wild Beta Test.
Oh, it's fun.
You gotta have PS Plus.
Not once it starts flowing.
Oh yeah, I just clicked on it. It didn't. Oh yeah, add to library.
Yeah, go to Monster Hunter Worlds and you press on it.
Yeah, I'm downloading. I just hit download the console.
Yeah.
Oh, dope. Hey, it's a good thing I started talking about this, because I had no clue. But anyway, guys, yeah, Monster Hunter is, it just looks dope. Look at this whole fire area. Like, fire boss. You fighting, like, it's 4 players. You run around with crazy looking weapons. Fighting giant creatures. Yeah, I had a fun with the other one, so I think I'm definitely gonna buy that game. All right, so here we go. I'm pulling this up. FCAT got another trailer.
You could play the beta and decide if you want to buy the game.
Yeah, actually, maybe if I play the beta, I might actually just decide if I want to pre-order.
Yeah, because you never know. That might be a hype trailer, Goblin.
Right.
So this is currently on Xbox and PC, guys.
Looks good. It reminds me of Redfall. Preview.
Attention, good citizen. The time has come for us to fight again. We will restore the glory and civilization of mankind. Forward this message and get ready.
Beta. Man, thanks for telling me that, FK. I don't know why you never told me before. Oh, this is an asymmetrical game?
Always remember your main objective. Find and secure the correct cursed items.
Okay, so now it reminds me of what's it called? Dead by Daylight.
In the field, do be careful, because the undercover enemy is always lurking around you.
But undercover enemy would be more like Among Us.
Dread Hunt Complete Edition, out now.
Okay, it's interesting. Can't say, you know. Oh, wow. Fair enough.
All right, let's pull me up and get into the news, y'all.
All right, let's do it. So just want to go over. So, oh, wait, before I go, let me see. Real quick.
You might as well play the console war video because pretty much all of it is console war related.
He said I'm gonna buy it on PlayStation. Why? Because I can. Hopefully it comes to Stadia 2 next year. You'll have even more fun playing this game for sure. I'm gonna play this on MetaQuest 3. Let me see. The way the door opened reminded me of Resident Evil Director's Cut. Now this is a good commercial. Reminds me of the early 2000s and 90s. Yeah, right. DualSense is my favorite controller. LOL. Yeah. I didn't know Monster Hunter was multi. Oh, really? Yeah. Monster Hunter is it's all multiplayer. And what's cool is, let's say you're playing by yourself and you're fighting a hard creature, you shoot this lantern in the air and it lets people know you're playing, and they literally will come run and jump in your game to help you out. That's pretty dope. But all right, bam, let's pull. Whoa. FCAT said before we about to go where no man returns. So
Check. All right, there we go.
all right, let's do it.
Go ahead and share the link out there for people to join.
All right, guys,
If y'all
here's
want
the
to come
link.
into the conversation.
If you want to be a part of the show, here is the link to join. And like I said, you guys could always add any topics, anything you want to talk about. We've been showing some trailers lately, so you actually see gaming. And if you guys got some trailers you want us to show so we could chat, let me know. But here is the link. I'm gonna post it in the chat or pin it, so anybody come in, you can see it. All right, so let's go. So FCAT, where are we starting with?
All right, we starting off with some well, the FTC just ruled banning fake online reviews.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, no more capping reviews, no more.
So now, to be clear, this is because people have been review bombing, right?
No more woke reviews.
So I guess because people just make up random accounts and then just bomb stuff, right? But how are they going to find what's real or what's not real? I guess they have to really investigate.
With Starfield or.
Says only bad news for you.
What you think? You think this is going to change reviews? Maybe change Metacritic?
I mean, it might.
Like
yeah, it might stop.
Turns out.
It might stop some people, right? Like some, I'm sure there's a bunch of regular people, right, that just review bomb stuff. I don't know what they're gonna do to stop it. But I'm sure they got some ideas. And
I've never reviewed a game like ever on Metacritic or on the Xbox Store or on PlayStation. I never did that. Like probably the only time I ever reviewed a game was Destiny 1, and I said that this game is pretty much crack cocaine.
Right. Well, I think the thing is, they said they're going to ban fake online reviews. So long story short, they're just trying to figure out what's fake and what's not fake.
So before, I don't know if you know this, but Xbox would pay big content creators to leave good reviews, positive reviews. Where they tell them that you can't be this anymore. It's actually a good thing.
Well, we will see. Listen, I think, anything fake and that could be mischievous, then yeah, I think it's a good thing, so that's cool.
Would you consider your first impressions a fake online review?
No, because it's not a review. So the cool thing with my first impressions is, so here's the problem with a review. A review, you're hoping this person is being truthful, right? Because they're just literally they said they played a game from beginning to end, and they're telling you their feelings, right? My first impressions, I always do it live. So the first time I play a game,
believe this. Majority of the media that gets these codes and stuff, they're playing it on easy. Just
they
like
could be, but but you don't know if they're even playing it, right? So, like for instance, right, I did my review of Venom, and I'm gonna start saying this. When I one time somebody watched one of my reviews, and I was like, "Man, I came to see the review. I didn't want to see you going to the movies." I said, "Well, it's called a real review because how do you know if I even seen the movie? And I didn't just read stuff, right? But you see me walking into the movie theater on every review. So that's a real review, right? So when I do my first impressions, you actually see me playing the game. You see me sum it up at the end of what I just played. So either I'm just faking, that maybe I played the game before and I'm playing it acting like, oh, I never played this before. You know what I mean? But yeah, we don't really know when somebody give a review. Like IGN, right? IGN say they played a game and then they give you the little short video and they put the score at the end. But they could have played a game, loved it, and still give it a bad review. We don't know. So
no more Xbox tags, I guess. But yeah, let's move on. So U.S. Copyright Office rejects DMCA exception supporting remote access for out-of-print games. So basically, a group wanted to conserve some of the old classic games, and they were told no.
Damn. So remote access of some classic games. So I think what I was saying the other day, me and Urban was getting into it, and he was like, a retro game is the same game if they remade it. I was like, what? Like that's how is that still a retro game? So if you walked into a store and you had the original, let's say Resident Evil, and you were going to sell it, the amount of money you will make versus the remade Resident Evil, it would be totally different. It's not the same game, right? And then a lot of stuff is digital, so it's not held the same. So I guess again, this is another form, right? So if you could just play all these older games, people go to the flea market and go all over and try to find and buy. If you just had a way to like when people do the Raspberry Pis and then they have access to them. So if that was just and that's like a under the table thing. Hey, I got a Raspberry Pi. But if you just had a general way to just play all the old retro games, then they would start to lose value because some people feel like this is my favorite game when I was young. I'm searching out to find it so I can own it again. But it's like 503. We're gonna pull him in here, right? 503. So even though he could buy Call of Duty, currently right now he's like, for what? I'm just gonna buy it, play it on Game Pass right now. I'll buy it eventually. But if he didn't have Game Pass, he would have bought it right there, day and date. So that's my thing. Is like I think some of this is probably like, dude, we can't just some stuff has to be held up high. And like even when I was talking to Urban, so another thing that shatters Urban's thought process of the retro is the same thing. Let's look at comic books. You know how much you will get for a first edition? That's why my this guy I know that own a comic book store, he want to buy my Spawn books because he sold me most of my Spawn books, and he know I only got first editions. He know half of them I didn't even open and read, and he know all of them I only opened once, read them, and put them back in the thing, right? But if second print, third print, 18 print was the same value, then it would negate the whole point of having something that's the first issue. You know what I mean? So anyway, sorry to go into that whole little rant, but let's bring in 5. Go ahead.
GameStop opened the GameStop Retro store now, so they're actually trading and selling old types of systems.
So wait, meaning is it a digital store? Is it a place you go to?
No,
What do you mean?
It's called GameStop Retro. Like you're literally trading and buying just like you used to in the old days at GameStop, like Nintendo and Genesis and Super Nintendo.
What I'm saying is it at a GameStop, like the regular GameStop? Yes. Okay, gotcha. Because when I was getting my PlayStation 5, a lot of my games they didn't take a bunch of 360 games. They didn't take a bunch of PlayStation, I think 3 games.
Well, at this new store, the GameStop Retro that they're starting, you'll be able to.
That's cool. All right, well, let me bring in none other than 5-0 Trey. Give it up. Let's go. Bam. What's up? Now, look, it's two of you back there. Let me see if I can bring them both up. There you go. Multiplicity shine.
Wow. How'd you do that?
I don't know. It showed, I guess when you went to go on, it put you in twice somehow.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, work. You got a twin brother.
Yeah.
You never told us that.
Yeah, you can take one of us out of here. I don't like the other two.
All right, let's get rid of one of them. All right. Yeah, let me try to kick your doppelganger. All right. So let me ask you guys this, because me and Urban was going back and forth about it. You guys feel that a remake is the same version as a retro game? So let's say you had the original Metroid on Nintendo. The remake is the same game?
I mean, it depends on. Oh, you guys can hear me.
What? Like
it depends on. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I just want to make sure it don't sound all. I mean, I'm using my PlayStation headset right now. I need to just hook up my mic. Sitting right here. I got a mic.
Yeah, I mean, if the graphics are better, but it's practically the same game and everything, yeah.
So you think it's the same game?
Yeah, like how when
so,
they brought
let me ask you
back
this.
the Turok games and the System Shock, like that's all from the original.
So if you took in the remake, you think you'll get the same amount of money as the original?
Sometimes less.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's an easy answer. That answer is no. You're not gonna have, if you had the original Mario and you played, I don't know, well, let's just keep it to remakes. If you had the original Resident Evil, remember they had the long case back then? The PlayStation 1 long cases, or maybe PlayStation 2, right? If you had the original and you versus the remake that came out some years ago.
No, I was saying like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for PlayStation 2 is like what, $200 something. But Marvel vs. Capcom collections that just came out, that's only worth, what, $40?
$40. Right.
Yeah.
No, that was my point. Is it's not the same thing. But hold on, let me read Urban stuff, because I know he wants to chime in. He said people probably making six figures, lying about movies and games they've never played. Crazy. That is true. Copy and paste from Discord. I disagree. I feel remakes are just decorated to make them appear better to the eye, which is what's happening. But they are still retro games. You got to explain that.
True, whoever said that. That's kind of true. That's true. That's a true statement.
You say you got Game Pass, use it. Yo, Doc Dark is in the building. Hey, Doc, when you gonna get yourself a robe like this, man? What's up, Doc? What's going on, man? Click that link, jump on the panel real quick. Say yes, it's the same game, just decorated with better graphics to accommodate the new generation. And hold on, I'm gonna get into it. He said the remake will never get the same amount of money because it doesn't have the original body, just the software is upgraded. So the argument is silly, LOL. No, but you were saying chilling. That's cool, Doc. I'm glad you're chilling, man. You are no longer in Virginia, right? I think you moved out to where the family's at, right? No, my thing is though, Urban, you were making it like it's the exact same thing. So a remake of the original. So when you use the term retro, here's the thing. If you just said it's the same game as the old game, right? But retro typically means like it's like something, it could be a collector's. It's retro. You know what I mean? It's more value because it's older. It's like hard to find. Like, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be hard to find, but that's just my point. But it is what it is. Doc said, yeah, that's correct. Illinois. All right, that's dope, man. How you like it out there? I know you've been there for like a year. Hold on, what you say, FK?
You ready to move on from this one?
Yeah, let's move on from this.
You might have to pull up the video for this because apparently Kamala Harris is courting gamers. within the last week of the presidential campaign. So they
Now,
just released.
Is this real?
This is real. There's gonna be a map in Fortnite, basically promoting you to vote for Kamala.
No, I watched the trailer, and I was like, wait, they actually got a Fortnite mode with her name in it and all that, and it's like from like her.
Yeah, it's not a mode. It's a map.
Yeah.
Really? See, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I
don't
don't
even know what to say about gaming anymore.
I don't think it's horrible because I feel like these politicians, they do everything they can to get votes, right? They spend millions of dollars to get your vote. So I feel like, dude,
that has no place that has no place in video games.
In Fortnite, like
yeah, I think listen, Fortnite got concerts and everything. I think if any game
can't even vote, aren't even old enough to vote.
I mean, listen, I play Fortnite and I'm old enough to vote.
Really? So you're okay with them putting whoever it might be, putting presidential politics into a video game?
Here, let me play the trailer so you can actually see.
Trump in Call of Duty, bro. They're gonna put Trump in Call of Duty. Watch.
That'd be dope.
Well, let me play the trailer because it's one thing to talk about it, but if you actually see
when you shoot at him, the bullets just fly right by him.
He goes into Matrix mode and the bullets just whiz by.
So hold on, let me actually show it to you so you can see what I'm talking about.
Nah,
I mean, I feel like
you can show me a million videos. I still don't.
It's basically a Kamala Harris advertisement.
It's an advertisement, but at the end of the day, it's Fortnite. We got concerts in Fortnite. Like Fortnite, I think if any game could get away with it, it's probably Fortnite, in my opinion. But
really, like we've gone this far,
right?
Do you not want concerts in Fortnite? I mean, we should ban those, right?
The concerts are fine, but like,
why is concerts fine though? Why? Here's the thing. Why is concerts fine?
I don't know.
It really had no business in gaming either. Like, yo, I'm trying to play the game. We got Eminem rapping. Like, what is this?
You play something before you go to the concert, Cowboy. You play these different things while you're going to the concert. You don't know that?
No, the concert literally stops everything you're doing. Like, it takes over.
Right. Then you go into these little mini games before you go to the actual concert.
Yeah, but what if you just wanted to get on that day just to play the regular game?
You can't.
No, that's my point.
It's only special to that
right?
concert.
No, that's my point. Is right. So I mean, but if people are not complaining about concerts, that Kamala Harris thing, I think that's not in the regular thing. That's like its own little.
Concert
you know how you put in
political though.
Huh?
That's that's different, Cowboy. A concert of music or whatever it might be is not political.
True, but what I'm saying is, if you're a gamer, right? Because you're coming at the point of being a gamer, right? So be it a concert, something political. If you just want to play your game, does a concert have any business being in the game?
Yeah,
I think it doesn't. It shouldn't, right? If I just want to get on and play the game, like what the hell is this?
I mean, maybe it's little kids running to their parents. I need V-Bucks. Vote for Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you need V-Bucks to vote for Kamala Harris.
And then if you think about it, how crazy the world is today, you could, somebody else who doesn't like Kamala or whatever could feel a way about that. You could alien, it's like
yelling at their parents, vote Kamala Harris. Why'd you vote for Trump? I need more V-Bucks.
It's just the web. I don't like. I
personally,
I don't want that in gaming. So
yeah, I mean, listen, here's my thing. I just take a different stance than you guys. Me personally, I don't care. I would just play another game if it bothered me that much.
No,
so that's just me. Because the thing is, I'm sure they spent tens of thousands of dollars to put that in Fortnite, right? Who am I to say that Fortnite should be like, we don't want to take your money because these guys got a problem with it? Like, it's a business, it's turnkey. So for me, I don't really care because I don't control that stuff. So me, that's why I never let it bother me. I just be like, hey, what, like Venom, right? My friend was like, I had a problem with the Venom movie. I was like, yo, it's just getting dumb. It's just stupid, right? But at the end of the day, I could have not went and seen it. Now I went and seen it. And at the end of the day, it's just a piece of entertainment, form of media. I'm not going to be like, Sony, you should stop making Venom movies because you're making them trash. Like, if it bothers me that much, I won't go see it. But anyway, that's whatever.
Right. I never even heard, as you know, I never even heard of that. Like you, I'll just keep it moving. It's not for me.
Yeah. But no, it is interesting that we've got stuff like we're to the day and age where a presidential candidate is putting stuff in video games. It's like, this is crazy, right? This day and age. Right. Even the concerts, to see like, was Eminem really having a concert in a video game, right? And a bunch of people like having, you know, it just, you know, this day and age is interesting. But anyway.
So you would be okay with, you're out, you know, you're in Ragnarok, you're going crazy, you're over there, chains flying, and you look over and there's a big old thing that says a video playing of Trump dancing around. Vote Trump 2024. Jump 20. Don't nobody want to see that. I don't. I get into games to get away from that type of shit. You know, nobody want. I don't want salt in my cocoa. You know what I mean?
Hear you, but my only problem with you is you just acknowledge that the concert was okay. So now I can't feel you because you should have been like, I don't want concerts either.
That's not politics, though. I don't mind seeing a concert in a video game.
But the thing is, that's cocoa. That's salt in your cocoa. If we being clear, right?
No, that's sweet and low.
Maybe. I mean, listen, if you like Eminem, then yeah, it'd be dope, right? But if they had an artist that you can't stand, you'd be like, hey, right? Like maybe if you like, I don't like Will Smith no more because he slapped Chris Rock, and then they got Will Smith in Fortnite. Let's just use Fortnite. Then you might be like, you got a problem with it, but that's your personal. And we're all talking about our personal preference. You know?
Right. Of course.
So at the end of the day, I just feel like we can't. So the reason why my point is, I can't stop none of that. If they did put Trump and Ragnarok dancing, I guess I'll just be watching Trump dance in Ragnarok. What could I do, right?
I want to play my games. I don't want to deal with none of that. Keep that on the outside.
If you want to watch concerts.
Yeah.
So you really don't want to play your games. I'm just saying.
There we go.
Yeah, we hear you.
Check. There you go. Yeah, $100 says as soon as Trump saw this, he got on the phone with Activision. I was like, yo, y'all got to put my skin in the game.
Is this skin in Call of Duty?
There probably will be. Donald
Trump. When Trump become president, if he does, he's going to shut their asses down.
Right?
He did the McDonald's thing.
Urban said Doc is his neighbor now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
In the Matrix.
He said, Urban said, as an entrepreneur, you need to go all out when it comes to advertising. And I think this is brilliant, ideal, but I also agree it shouldn't be in gaming. However, there are others that are okay with it. No, that's true. I mean, that's the thing. For everybody who doesn't like it, there's going to be some people who don't mind. So it is, but you can never get your way. You know what I mean?
I totally agree. But that's just like you were saying, Cowboy. I'm just saying for me. That doesn't do anything for me. It's like, in my opinion, in my world, if I'd keep playing the mode that we play. I'd keep playing zero build or playing whatever. I wouldn't go into the vote for whoever it is. I'm talking about any of them.
Yeah,
you know?
And I think what Urban said, Urban said is good. Urban said those are the people she's targeting. So it's like if you don't like if they make a mode that you put in, the code is 385. Go run around and Kamala Harris on the background. That shouldn't bother the regular people. But at the same time, I get where people feel like, but this is how it starts. You know what I mean? So like, if we let this in, this is where it starts. But my thing is this: we ain't letting nothing in because these companies, trust me, they hand over a sizable amount of cash to make that happen, and they ain't listening to us who's just paying you know, think about it. Imagine if they made $50 million and you got, let's say, 20,000 people complaining, right?
Right.
Well, how much money are those 20,000 people spent on, you know, a free-to-play game? They'll probably be like, you got a problem with it, but we just made $50 million.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it
is what it is. It's money.
Do you feel, hold on, before we go on, do you feel like, on the other hand, it could alienate some people that don't like Kamala? Like, they're walking by and their kids are playing it, or this is going on, and they look and see it. Right, that's what I mean. And they're like, whoa, and you end up losing engagement because of that?
Then their parents are like,
you know what's crazy?
Do you think that could happen?
So here's my thing. I agree with you, but here's where I'm gonna be real. Okay, so let's think about it, right? Your kid plays this game, and you've been allowing your kid play this game for so long, right?
Right.
Now you don't like Kamala. Let's say you're pro-Trump, right? And then this gaming company has a commercial showing you could go to a stage that got Kamala on it.
Hey, Papa, you okay?
Do we think the realistic chance? Oh wait, she's back.
Oh, you can still hear it?
Put up a poll about it.
Yeah, I put up a poll. But here's my question though.
Like,
let me paint the picture. So your kid's been playing Fortnite for years, right? Let's just say they're invested. So they've been playing Fortnite for 10 years, all right? Let's paint the picture. They do this, Kamala Harris, you like Trump. The question I have, do you really think the parent is going to tell their child they can't play the game they've been playing for 10 years because of this? That first, I want that answer.
Cowboy, look at the day and age we live in. Tell me you don't see crazier shit every day.
No, I do, but
I think there are people out there that will take it to that extreme and not let their child play that game. I do believe
that. Hear me out. Now, if your answer is yes, okay, then I'm pretty sure this, I don't know how big of a company Epic is because of Fortnite, but I'm pretty sure Fortnite knows if you stopped your kid from playing Fortnite, that means your kid isn't that invested. And that means you haven't spent that much money because it's a free game, right? So that means you stopping your kid from playing isn't going to hurt them in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's money. I'd be willing to bet they made a lot of money off of that little video we seen, and they're willing to bet the amount of people they piss off isn't going to, if they went away, it's not going to subtract from what they probably just made. That's all I'm saying. And that's called business. You know what I mean?
Right.
You make calculated business decisions based off of money. Right. So you say they gave us this much money, and how many people do a poll? How many people think we're gonna piss off? Right. And it's like, well, these are people, kids, it's some adults. Chances are adults aren't gonna stop their kids from playing this game because this is only because election. We get it.
Some people are radical like that.
Oh yeah, it will be. But do you think it's gonna be? I'm
not saying me. I don't know. That's why I asked you the question. I'm just saying, do you think, some people who see that are totally against what that person stands for, if they think that there are people that are radical enough to be like, you're not playing that game no more. That's all I was saying. Or do you think that would hurt them?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think some people will do that. I don't think it's gonna be enough to hurt Epic, is what I'm saying. Right. They're gonna be like, hey, the data came in and 20,000 people stopped playing Fortnite. You'll be like, only 20,000? All right, we're good. Like, Fortnite's so massive, you know what I mean? And so much money they make.
It's crazy what people will do for money. But yeah. It is what it is.
So Urban said, Cowboy, those Spawn comic books are selling for 200 to 10,000 range, depending on the condition. Let me buy those. Nah, I'm good. Stated didn't have concerts. Yo, Kamala campaign most likely paid 6 to 7 figures to advertise. She has had 1 billion donated so far. Crazy. Yeah, I'm sure they made. Wouldn't mind a Tennessee whiskey concert, but ain't paying for it. No, they're free.
Right.
They don't charge you for the concerts. The problem is gaming is turning into a business and not focusing on original gaming. Listen, unfortunately, gaming been a business. If we being real, the games aren't free, right? And then the games that are free, they have a way to make money.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean. Unfortunately.
Yeah. But at one point in time, it was about the games. It was about
I mean, it was, but you didn't.
You were there.
You didn't,
It was just different.
Any part of your history, you go back and say, one time it was about the games. Just let me know when that game was free.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I
Unfortunately,
can't argue with you on that.
Unfortunately, the money pays the bills. So as much as you be like, yo, dude, I'm gonna make this great game, I want the world to play it. Give it away for free then. Let's see how many of them you're gonna make.
Poll up.
Oh, no, I don't. What? How should I word the poll? What do you want me to make? Make it say?
Does this deter? I don't know. Does this deter
Like-
you from playing Fortnite?
Okay.
Is it
I'll
an
make it
issue
simple.
for you?
Yeah, I'll make it simple. Let's see. Let's go to the homepage. We'll go to things right now. And we'll make a poll that says, will you stop playing Fortnite due to, I don't know what, the Kamala Harris Fortnite mode or Fortnite stage? How'd she spell her name? K-A-M
A-L-A. Harris.
Okay. All right. Will you stop playing Fortnite due to the Kamala Harris stage?
Oh, there you go.
Simple as that. Is that good enough?
Just copy what Urban said.
What Urban just recently said?
Yeah, he said, does politicians advertising in video games deter you from gaming?
That's crazy.
Okay, that's
gotta be finding stuff like this. Half this stuff I never in my life would even look twice at. Not even, I would never even know.
Honestly, yeah, if it wasn't for doing this, all this stuff will go over my head.
Right. It's like new to me, like, whoa, okay, cool. I don't get it.
Politicians advertise. That's really a good way to put it, Urban. Politicians advertise in video games.
Hold on, where's my? I gotta vote no. I gotta vote no immediately.
All right, what you gonna do? Yes or no? Do you want me to add yes or no? You want me to add I don't care? Well, I guess that's I don't care is no, right?
And do you think they'll put Trump in Call of Duty next?
Oh shit.
That's pretty silly. But Trump, they don't need to put Trump in Call of Duty. He got his own game, right?
Oh yeah, he's got his own game, bro.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna do a review on it.
Yeah, we
lied to
the only channel on YouTube to do the review for the Donald Trump.
You lied to
that question. That doesn't sound right. Do politicians advertising in video games stop you from playing them? Well, no, but it should have put, does political advertising belong in video gaming? That would have been a better question.
No, because I think you're swaying the people, right? Because in that case, most likely people are gonna say no, right? Just like the concert thing, right? Do concerts belong in video games? A bunch of people might say no, but I feel like the thing is, I guess it's an interesting question, right?
Or say exactly how you said it, but playing that game. No political advertising in a game that I don't play doesn't matter to me.
Well, I mean, you did say some people, parents might stop their kids from playing the game, right? That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess we want to figure out if people would do that or not, right?
All kind of things can happen in this situation. Like crazy, this.
I don't know. It's cool for them if they feel like they need to make money or whatever the situation is. I just don't believe that politics and things like that belong in video games. That's it.
I think, like Urban said, I think it's a smart strategy. If it was me, I would try to do it. You know what I mean? If it was me, why not? Right? I feel like nothing's off limits if your money gets that long, right? Let's just be honest. The Ted DiBiase used to say everybody got a price. So for me, as far as the business, yeah, as a person, I wouldn't want like my favorite game to have. I guess is how you do it, right? What they showed, that don't bother me because when I play Fortnite tomorrow, that's not gonna pop up on my Fortnite. I'm not even gonna notice it unless I go to put in that code to go play it, right? But yeah, if I was playing regular Fortnite, that's why I feel like the concert is even worse.
You have to have a code to even find it. So
yeah, you know how on Fortnite you could push down, and then it got all the other games that people make and all that. So it's like that. You gotta like go find it and go to it. That's why when it first came up, it had like a number and all that.
Okay.
But it's not going to be in a regular game.
Oh, well then I would never even notice it. It wouldn't even.
Yeah, you wouldn't. If we didn't bring it up, you wouldn't even notice.
Right.
You'd have been playing.
I still don't think that type of stuff belongs in video games. That's just me.
I mean, I agree with you. All my thing is, I just know ignorance is bliss. Right. Yeah, you know what I mean. I agree with you.
Right.
So I agree with you. But if I was them, I'll do the same thing. I'll make it clear. And then two, if FCAT didn't bring this nonsense to me, so that's how I really don't care. I wouldn't even let it be over my head. Like you and me both, we wouldn't even be talking about it. So,
but I get it though from both. I get it from both ways. It's just I'm just talking about me. I'd be like,
it also depends on if you can choose it or if you get pulled into it and you automatically have to play the map. That's also another thing.
Yeah, boo.
You ready to move on though?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. So the big news this week: Netflix shut down their AAA studio. This was the studio made of big time like game makers. Even Jason Statham of Halo Infinite. Jason Statham. I think his name is.
That's you know, it's crazy. Remember when Stadia was around? We were all talking about you know, the Netflix games, and no, just saying Netflix games, right? Because it was cloud gaming, technically, kind of, sort of. And even that Sonic, dude, I see that Sonic Netflix game. Man, I can't escape seeing the advertisements. It's on everything as I'm going through my phone, right? But yeah, I mean, we was always hoping one day Netflix have like a big game that stands out. But unfortunately, it seems like what these companies are realizing, Google, Netflix, these non-gaming companies are realizing, Google, Netflix, Amazon, it ain't that easy to make a game and it be popular. Because remember, AAA games mean it needs to be popular because that means AAA means they're spending a lot of money. The term AAA is the top of the top, no expense spared. It's going to be the quality is going to be like amazing. And guess what? You got to make that money back and then some to turn the key or make a profit. So apparently they must have realized like, man, we got to pull out. But anyway, so what? The first cracks are starting to show, and Netflix pushing into gaming. First reported
Netflix for gaming. You go to Netflix for movies.
Hold on, what'd you say?
I said, who goes to Netflix for gaming? Like, you go to Netflix for movies.
Well, yeah. When I think of Netflix, I genuinely think of movies. I see them when I go through Netflix, I see like the little bubblegum games they have down below. But I don't, I go to the places that I play video games to play video games. You know, it's like the whole Fire Stick idea. I can pull it out right here. Fire Stick 4K, and I don't get on there to play video games, but it's a cool addition if you can do it for people who ain't got a console. But for me, I wouldn't. The writing was on the wall. I think somebody mentioned it a long time ago. It's like I don't know, Netflix and video games.
Netflix has also been working on cloud gaming also.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, they're cloud service. Yeah, Netflix probably. I mean, I don't know who they're with or who is their, provider of that the cloud. If it's Amazon or Microsoft or somebody, if it's their own. But their cloud capabilities are nice too because you can get Netflix down there anywhere. Cell phone, out in the woods. Netflix will work for the most part. And so, But
Phil just became a subscriber. Well, thanks a lot, Phil. I appreciate it, man. Phil, what a nice name. Now, is it Phil Spencer? Is it Phil Harrison?
Philip. Says Philip.
That sucks for those people though in that studio.
Yeah.
probably wasted a little bit of time trying to get stuff rolling, and probably had something in the process of getting made. And
well, that's what sucks, right? Is like because Stadia had, they was working on stuff, and you'll never get to see that what a cloud game would be. So that's why the Xbox game that's working with what's his name? The dude from not Silent Hill, but, Metal Gear, Kojima. Yeah, I'm dying to see his game, right? Because he's a really ambitious, even though not all the time you like his stuff, but he's very ambitious. So I can't wait to see what he come up with Xbox. I think that's dope.
Wasn't High on Life supposed to be a Stadia? If I'm correct, High on Life or
yes, you are correct. High on Life was
Kojima recently said he wants his games to be like the aliens are gonna find his games and they're gonna think that it's cool.
He is a little weird. So hey,
yeah, maybe they might think what's that game? When you're walking around, what's it called?
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding, maybe.
He needs the aliens a copy of that. They're gonna go to sleep.
Right? They're like, damn, that's what they do on this planet.
Yeah. Let's blow this planet up. They wasn't on shit.
Sure. Hey, we destroying them.
All these motherfuckers do is walk.
Good job.
Yeah. Also, speaking of
same thing, Fair Games. Fair Games was supposed to be for Stadia. Well, Fair Games is made by the studio that was on Stadia, so Haven Studios. So because Jade Raymond. So yeah, I'm dying to see what that game is going to be like. But now think about it, that game don't even seem like it might be like a cloud game anymore. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about Stadia or what they had.
Speaking of that, bad news for Urban.
Oh damn. Urban, bad news. Game industry survey reveals over 50% of devs believe VR is declining or stagnating. You better tell Murder that.
I don't know. I've been getting into it.
Listen, I told Urban, said Murder make VR look bad. I said, don't get him. He was trying to champion. Look what Murder said. I was like, I mean, you can say that, but it literally said his kids took it over. So if VR was that amazing, he had been playing it all the time. But apparently, it's not that amazing that you're like, listen, I'm gonna play my console. Let the kids play that.
But I ended up getting me another one. I had to bump it up. They had the 3S, so I had to grab it.
Oh, the 3S? Okay. Why did you think
I'm not ready
man?
Because I'm not ready to dive in like that.
I got you.
I'm
how much of a difference is it in price?
$300 for the 3S, and the regular 3 I think is $499.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's
it dropped down in price. It was $650.
Wow.
Yeah. So. Or $550, it was something like that.
About the price of a PS5 Pro.
But it's way better than the PSVR.
Yeah.
Just saying. And it might just be because it has the whole wireless thing. And you see, Meta is really, really trying to push their VR. When you look, you see Meta coming out with games all the time. When they show a good PlayStation VR 2 game, it's just like the Xbox and PlayStation thing. You most likely can be like, oh, that's coming to Meta 2. That one, Behemoth, right. Yeah, that's coming. Asgard, oh yeah, that's coming. Meta's really, really trying to push the VR thing, and I like it. I sit back and I got a whole comfortable, I don't got the base stuff. I got the comfortable gel coated, little adjuster back thing with your battery and comfortable face plate to where I could like wear it for 45 minutes. I be watching sports on it, movies mainly for me. I do some fishing on it. Just messing around. You can do work, desktop work. Those things are kind of cool, man. Right. It's just getting one that getting one that's good and is comfortable. That was the biggest thing for me. But yeah, my kids, once they got a hold of it, it's been off in the wind. So I ordered and got me the 3S, the newer. They had the 2,
right?
Or they have the 2, or we have the 2. And so I ordered the 3S to up it a little bit.
I think.
Huh?
I think having a wireless makes a big difference, man.
Yes, it really it's cool, and the hand tracking and stuff is so cool, man. It like you could flick go like this and flick a booger, and it would pick it up. It's like
the 3S Cowboy is basically like a Series S.
No, I get it. I get it. You know,
it's cheaper
obviously
because
the price difference.
they cut down the features and stuff like that. So they took a page from Xbox book.
Right, but not that much. But it's way better. It's way better than my 2. And my 2 was I loved it. You know, watching movies, you can hook like even playing on you can put your Xbox to it. You know, if like somebody like Cowboy, you like the cloud game and you like a huge screen, you know, studio speakers in your ear, you just put your controller or Bluetooth your controller to the VR headset and you can play anything. Well, not PlayStation, because I don't think they have app on there yet. But I'm sitting over there playing Halo, just out on my back patio with a PlayStation, with an Xbox controller, just with a theater screen in front of me. You know, stuff like that is cool. You know, cool. Yeah, watching your movies in theater, like you know, if you have the same, me and you were friends, and you're watching a movie on VR, you can sit there and send me an invite, and if I ain't seen the movie or I just want to chime in, I can come. You know, it'll link it up to where we'll be like in a movie theater. You know, it's just cool technology. You know,
so you're saying we've reached Back to the Future Part 2?
Probably. This ain't that Nintendo Mario Cardboard VR. This is like, you know, that when you get off into the PSVR 2 and stuff, that stuff is kind of cool, man.
It definitely sounds cool. I mean, if I, you know, had 2 of them, you know what I mean? Because I watch everything with my wife. That's the thing. No, I don't watch I don't watch anything at all besides YouTube without my wife. So every movie, every show, we watch it together. Now there's shows that she watched that I don't watch because I don't want to, you know what I mean? But so like when I'm doing this, she's probably watching a show that she's like, "You want to watch it?" I'm like, "Hell no." She's like, "Cool, this is my show." But so it sounds cool to be sitting in the theater, super big screen, but then I couldn't watch it with my wife. But if I had 2, that'd be kind of dope.
Then you could, or like what I do the other night. I was watching the UFC fights. You know, ladies watching the screen, watching some police show that she watches. I'm sitting there laying back, got the comfortable head strap on, watching live UFC fight in big screen. You know, stuff like that. That's why I use it for more than the games right now. And my kids, they didn't totally took it over. So I got one for myself. Man. Yeah, it's not bad though.
So Urban said, he said, for $299, the Quest 3S is the best bang for your buck when it comes to available technology. He said, it does way too much. No, you know what though? I think I agree with Urban and what you're saying.
I've looked into it.
So I think I agree with Urban and what you're saying. If I was going to get into VR, I would like that other side where I could watch something in it. Like the PSVR 2 is cool. I get it. It's just gaming. But it sounds cool to like walk into like have my little dude, you know, go like, you know, I guess I would want to see if that pulls me in because it sounds kind of cool. Like you'll be in a movie theater and I just walk and sit down. Like it's like if you and me was on
Cowboy,
the phone.
It's cool technology, man. I'm telling you. You be up in the movie theater next to me throwing popcorn. Like it's crazy. Like I'm just saying. That's kind of weird to even think. Look how old we are now. You know, to even think about stuff like that.
But I think imagine if we were gonna like, yo, I'm gonna hit you up tonight, right? When you free, and we just instead of calling you on the phone, we just jumped in the VR world.
Yeah,
because that would be
you can do
cool.
that. And the crazy thing is, in the headset with everything built in and surround sound, you don't need no earbuds or nothing. It's weird how the technology is. It plays so loud and so clear with just the headset. Like the mic, you don't need no microphone or nothing. You can. My son plays Gorilla Tag or I think it's Gorilla Tag. He loves that game and he plays it with a group of kids. All I hear through the headset is kids yelling and talking. You know, the multiplayer is really cool.
That's cool.
It's cool. I don't know, but they'll say it's stagnating and declining, but there's still people like me out there that are new to it and are getting into it. And it's pretty cool.
I mean, so if we really talk about this, I mean, I remember there was a game called Sky Climbers. I don't know if it ever came out, but it was going to come to Stadia, and the guy who was making it, he was like making his rounds. He was on like a lot of people's shows, people was interviewing him, and people was crowdfunding it, right? And he said Sky Climbers originally was going to be VR. He said the reason why he didn't make it VR because the VR games don't make as much money. That's what he said. So he was like, he felt that if he made it VR, it wouldn't have got off to a good start, and it wouldn't be as popular and stuff like that. So maybe some developers. I think VR is ambitious. I think VR is like, dude, I want to make something that's gonna blow their mind. And so you think of VR, right? But the problem is, how many, like Ninja Guy was on last week, and that's all he does now is VR. And he said, dude, I ain't gonna lie to you, VR just. He said, I'm probably the wrong person to be telling you because I'm the VR guy. But he was like, they don't make enough AAA games. He was like, maybe you might get 4 a year. He was like, the problem is they don't make enough to pull people in that you feel like this is cool. He said most stuff feels like it's a concept, like like, oh, they're trying to make a game. It feels low budget. It's real wonky. So he was like, there's too many cons that might push people away. And I was like, I get that, but at the end of the day, so I can see why this could be declining or stagnating. But I like that meta is still like we pushing it. And so eventually, if it does catch on, it may just bring a wave. So the thing is, if you just give up, then it's just going to be like lost history, right? We're just going to be like, remember VR? But I don't think that'll happen. I think VR will be the future one day. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'll be alive.
Hey, Cowboy, and I heard, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was watching something online, and they were saying how Asus, there's a couple different people who make technology like the Lenovo and stuff like that they're working on headsets to put out at a good price as well, using the meta
technology, right?
Technology. So they partnered, Meta's partnered with them to let them, they're going to make the headsets, but it'll run off Meta Horizon.
Right.
And so they got more stuff coming from different companies.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, because sometimes these smaller companies could be really ambitious, right? And they'll come up with something that's a prototype or whatever. And then somebody see it and be like, oh, so, I mean, that's cool. But this is a serious question because I want to know the answer. Does OnlyFans have VR?
Probably. Hey, I think so. No BS. I think so, Ron.
I mean, I'm sure you can watch porn in VR, right?
Oh yeah. I don't know, but I'm just gonna assume that you can.
All right. I'm gonna try it. So the Quest 2 is under $200 now, refurbished. So you could get 2 for under $200. It's incredible, man. For movies alone, even cloud gaming, and we could play Xbox side by side. Like we did in the 90s. But the question is,
the Quest 2 is fire.
Am I gonna want to play Behemoth on a Quest 2? Just saying.
Hey, Cowboy, I have to run and go grab my daughter. Should I?
I heard your alarm. Yeah, I heard your alarm went off.
All right. So
all right,
I'm gonna go grab
Thanks
her,
for
man.
in.
Yeah, if you guys are still alive, I'll jump back in if I can.
All right, cool.
All right, brother.
All right, peace. Guys, give it up for my man, Murder, aka 5-0 Trey Gaming. All right, so let's get off of this.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, let's move off this boring VR and let's go to something exciting.
So the day before Dev cancels failing Kickstarter and announces another game in the same breath.
Oh wow! Yeah, they like, look, we ain't stopping.
They won't give up.
You would think though this would make people like, what? I don't know. The poll
You
though.
saw how the day before was.
What you say?
Remember how the day before ended up?
Yeah. Urban said purple should be here in 30 minutes, and then my Nintendo Virtual Boy intact. Ah boy, it's technology VR. That's funny. It was VR. Back then, that's what they were selling it as. You put it on. I used to have a virtual board. You look all around, Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. I mean, at the end of the day, listen, I'm not going to knock them. What you were saying?
They're con artists. They're scam artists.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if people can't get their money back.
They raised, I think, $2,000 for the Kickstarter game or whatever. And they canceled it and took them people's money, and now they're like, "Oh, here's another game."
I'm sure they got their money back, or they was able to switch it over to the other game.
crazy.
That is crazy.
You ready for PlayStation news?
All right, well, hold up. Did you ever you didn't get a day before, did you? Or I think you did, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it looked kind of cool though.
Nah. The trailers, yeah. The actual game was horrible.
Yeah, that sucks.
But yeah,
All right, let's do this PlayStation news.
PlayStation user spends $2,000 on 24 years of PS Plus to avoid increasingly common high price hikes.
Wow. 2,000 on 24 years of PS Plus to avoid. That is wow. Well, he planned on PlayStation being around for a long time. Ron said console wars, baby. And then Urban said, I have a question for FCAT. I want him to answer at the end of the stream. You hear that, FCAT? He said this dude is crazy. He could have waited till Black Friday and spent less.
You better hope PlayStation Network doesn't shut down.
Yeah, right? That's funny. Yeah, they already had that update to the stars
within
thing.
the next 24 years.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a lot of money, too.
That's a lot of money.
That's insane.
So I was actually talking about money, doing the math.
Why on PlayStation Plus though? It'd be better on stack all that on Game Pass, and you can use the CD keys to get it cheaper.
Yes, he's a PlayStation guy, you know. But talk about money. My wife and I, we was finding like, okay, now that the house is going through, let's see how much money we're gonna walk away with, and then how we're gonna spread it around. So we're actually gonna walk away with about 130,000. What we're gonna do is we separate everything. So we're gonna have 65,000 each. We're gonna put 40,000 each into a new house. So we're gonna drop 80,000 on the new house, and then that means we each have 25,000. So I'm going to pay off like my debt, my credit card debt, and my car payment and my car. And then I'll have about $5,000 left over. So the question is, should I get a PSVR? Should I get a PlayStation 5 Pro? So then I'll be able to have 2 PlayStations. So my wife don't have to play her games on the PS4. So I got to think about that. All right. Anyway, that had nothing to do with anything. Hold up. I honestly do believe PlayStation. I honestly do not believe PlayStation Plus will be here in 24 years. There won't be a Sony console even in 15 years. Interesting. No, you know what?
That's
PS Plus
thing,
might be here.
what if they go console-less? Like, what if they go all cloud and?
But that's what I'm about to say. Chances are PS Plus will still be here longer than the console. Urban. Yeah, I think PS Plus will still be around.
No, all they gotta do is change the name of it to something else.
Yeah,
then
like they did before. But here, real quick, before we move on to the next thing,
when it transfers over.
Hold up, before we move on to the next thing, here's a game that's coming to VR, or at least PlayStation VR, that was a big deal to some people.
What did you see?
I always heard people talking about this.
Hello?
Never played it, but oh, my man Dodge Man with the super chat. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hold on, I'm definitely gonna read that. I never knew this game was co-op, so that's kind of cool that I seen it. Phasmophobia. PSVR 2. Man, thank you very much, Dodge Man. Dodge Man said, All right, Cowboy, gotta go get everything ready for my next stream. Good chatting with you, everybody. By the way, I know you still be ducking me and teching. Sooner or later, you'll still catch these fists. You know what, Dodge Man? I'm not ducking nobody. Understand? I'm not ducking you. And let me tell you this, Dodge Man. The next time you see me in Tekken, I'm just gonna simply pick Eddie and dust you. I hope you learn how to play against him by now. Bum. Nah, I really thank Dodge Man. Thank you for the 20 spot, man. I definitely, guys, give it a hand to Dodge Man. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate the support, man. It definitely makes me you know, happy to be doing this, to meet guys, you know, to meet you guys. And I got a lot of thoughts going on for my rebrand when I moved to Florida. I told people years ago that when I moved to Florida, I'm gonna switch things up and maybe I might take things a little more serious. We'll see. But you know, it definitely in my head, I'll be honest, FCAT, I was thinking like, dude, should I just stop doing live streams? And should I only do like in real life, like this and that? But you know, the live streams has always been my social time. It's been a cool way to chat with people, and I feel like I don't need to get out as much. And then when I moved to Florida, I'm really not gonna be like out all the time with my wife, going to different places. So I feel like I'm gonna definitely need that social time weekly. So just want to thank, you know, you guys for showing up, man. Even if it's 9 people, 6 people, 3 people, you know, you guys make it all worth it. But Urban said, Do Games used to ask me to play this with him all the time, but I didn't have the PC power back then. Yeah, Do Games always playing this game. Dodger Man Gaming, Merry Christmas. Take it easy, Urban. Yeah, right. Urban's trying to force feed us with Christmas.
So is this debunked?
Hmm?
I don't know if this was debunked or not, because some people are claiming that you can still do it. There's just not the button for it anymore.
Hold up, what?
The resume activity feature on PlayStation 5.
So I thought, okay, so again, I got a PS5 2 years later, right? So no, I'm not the sharpest guy when it comes to you know, what was it called on Xbox?
Quick resume.
Okay, quick resume. So yeah, so this I was always under the impression that this was simply where you could have the 3 games and then you could just click on that one of the 3 games and go right back. But I often just turn off my console with the game on, and when I turn my console on, it take me back. So I don't know what you call it, but I thought it does that. And like Flintlock. Last time I played Flintlock, I turned the game off, and when I turned it back on today, I was right where I left off. So, and that was today. So if you asking, does this work? Apparently it worked for me today. But again, I just turned the console off. Or I don't close the game. I just go out of the game and just play another game. So I guess it does work. If that's what they're saying it is.
So you played Spider-Man 2, right?
Yeah, I played and beat it.
You should have saw the button that says resume activity. Like, you can unplug your console and plug it back in, and it'd be there, and you could pick up where you left off.
There are some times where I see pop up on my screen and then it say, "Do you want to resume where you left off?" So I've seen that before, but I don't even know how that happened.
That's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that popped up a bunch of times, and I never even click on it. I'm like, wait, what is that? But it's not like it sits somewhere where you always see it. It just seems like it randomly pops up.
From what I'm hearing, people are saying that it's still there. There's just not a button for it. So it's like invisible.
I never noticed the button anyway, besides when it randomly popped up.
I mean, there's no button for it on Xbox. There's like a group of quick resume games on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, like this feature doesn't work on multiplayer games.
Well, that would make sense because how would you jump off and the other person just, what is going to stop them from playing the game?
Right.
Like, well, I'm getting off, but you got to get off too.
But also issue, I know you notice this, but yeah, PlayStation owners are confused after PS Stars reward seemingly removed the wallet funds. So basically, where the area where you can redeem your points for money, for PlayStation money, like now you'll only see like either the $10 or you'll see nothing at all. Like it's a
Yeah, I was
glitch.
confused about this because I got the thing I got an email about it, and I clicked on the email, and it took me directly to my PlayStation app, and then all I simply was doing is just took me to the, I was starting new trials or whatever they call. So I don't even know. I can't tell what changed, what didn't change.
So when you go to the rewards, like if you have points to redeem for something, whether it be a game or like store credit.
Okay.
Like under the store credit, there used to be $5, $10, $20, right?
Right.
Some people are getting just $10. Some people are seeing nothing at all.
Okay, I'm about to go to it right now. I'm about to click on rewards, and the rewards show a bunch of like what you get with your points. So I have 2,582 points, and actually it's crazy because it shows some stuff you could get from Diablo. Shows a
Yeah, it
bunch
shows
of
the games you can get.
Hey, yo, hold up! They got Crossy Road Castle. Yeah, I used to play the hell out of Crossy Roads. All right, sorry.
Is at the bottom with the PlayStation money.
Okay, yeah, you know what? It's just showing a bunch of games. I don't see.
So you don't even see it. It's not even there, huh?
No, I don't see. As a reward, I don't see money anymore. Oh yeah, they might have got rid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they got rid of it or maybe PlayStation Stars is acting up again because remember it acted up for like a whole month, like to 3 months or something like that. Remember it disappeared and it came
Yeah,
back.
I remember. They got a bunch of add-on packs. They got full game. They have Risk of Rain too. I forgot. Remember that was a place. That was a thing. Damn. If you get 7,500 points, you could get Hunt Showdown game.
Yeah, I think they still have Stellar Blade on there.
Yeah, I just seen it.
And the Rise of the Ronin.
Yeah, I don't see money. All right, guys. So yeah, do not see money as a reward.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Hey, man.
Oh, they're also saying you can't get points anymore for buying the subscription.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is messed up because like on Xbox, like you don't even need a subscription. You could just start a game and it says you got points. You get an achievement, you got points. Play a couple matches, you got points.
They're like, nah. Speaking of that, wrestling on tonight. Oh, but coming back in the house is 5-0. Trey is in the building. What's up, man?
Ain't that right, Murder? When you're playing Xbox, it just keeps giving you points. You just turn on your Xbox
points.
and get points.
What do you mean?
the reward points.
Well, I will say this: the PlayStation points be so stupid. I mean, all they tell you to do this, do that. All you gotta do is turn the game on and turn it off, and you get the points. I'm like,
right.
I would have made people jump through more of a hoop than that. But I'm like,
Well,
hey, I ain't
it's also buying digital stuff like pre-orders and buying games. You get the points.
There we go. Sorry about that.
And I think like around 7 games you can probably purchase another game with whatever points you got.
So what are we talking about? What's going on?
So
the PS Stars thing. If you go to PS Stars on your app on the PlayStation app, Basically, the money option for the PlayStation Money, it's either gone or you might see just $10.
I wouldn't mind the $10, but I don't see it at all. So I just went to it 5-0 and it wasn't there. So
Well,
meaning
the $20 one is gone, like the $20 wallet charge you can get.
well, I didn't see
Gone?
any.
Is that what you mean?
So I just went and checked, and I didn't see any reward that was actual money.
That's crazy because that's the honest way how I bought Concord, because I had over what 10,000 of the coins or whatever. 5,000 is $20 that goes into your wallet, and so it has to be something new. That would suck, you know. Don't nobody want to have less.
Yeah, so
I don't
what
know.
it has is now it just has like games, so you pretty much could trade them for other stuff like add-ons. Yeah, if you go look at it now, I just literally looked at it and I didn't see even $10. So maybe you gotta keep refreshing it, but yeah,
That's messed up because I actually have bought games like that. I bought the Mafia
I did
trilogy with that, with the coins that you accumulate. Huh? That sucks. You know, I know if that was if Xbox does something like that, that'd be some big news.
we're talking about it right now, baby.
That'd be some big news, right? Huh?
Yeah, that's strange. But
But hey, oh well.
Yeah, right.
Pay for the games when it comes down to it. You know, it is what it is. Like you
Yo,
said
he
earlier,
said hold up. Ron said your PlayStation rewards help fund console refunds.
Damn.
Oh man, I'm like, wow, that's like a loophole right there. All right, come on, speed this up, man. I want to play this damn Monster Hunter beta, man.
Uh-oh.
Hell yeah! After I done downloaded that, that's crazy. Do you know how long it was out, FCAT?
I didn't know Monster Hunter Wilds was out.
Well, the beta, it's a free beta on PlayStation. So I didn't even know until I was talking about him, showing the trailer. He was like, "Oh, did you play the beta?" I'm like, "What beta?"
Yeah, FCAT be having all the beta stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He put me onto the Off the Grid, but I haven't played that since I started playing Call of Duty. So I'm like, damn, here we go again. Here we go again with the Call of Duty.
Here we go again. FCAT, are you there? But look, while FCAT is doing God knows, I'm gonna let me see. Oh, this is what I wanted to watch. So I got another trailer. So here's funny enough. This game, man, I was a big fan of this game when they first showed it on Xbox. And then when they showed it, when they said it was on mobile, then I really was super into it because then I didn't have to play it on like through Game Pass. But so they're doing a collaboration. So it's Halloween time, and they're doing a collaboration with none other than Castlevania and Vampire Survivor. So this is a cool collab. I mean, I don't know how it's going to change the gameplay, but show any gameplay? Pretty much just want you to play it.
I've actually heard good things about this game. It's just not. I
ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This game is so addicting.
You've been playing it?
I put hours into this game, and I made some videos about the game.
Oh, you went back to the Atari 2600, huh?
Pretty much. But I played on my phone.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this game, but just that's too much going on for me.
Yeah, and they made it co-op. I don't think it's not co-op on the phone, because my wife started playing it too. I would love to play it with her.
Yeah, there's a first-person shooter version of this game called Vampire Hunters.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah?
Look at that. That looks crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, yeah. Oh, damn, they got Medusa.
And this is the DLC. You haven't necessarily played this version, right?
I haven't played this version. Man, this is dope.
See, now is it wrong? Is it wrong with me not being into a game like that because I feel like I played that when I was a kid?
No, not at all. I mean, it
No,
looks like
I
an
don't want to
old
go that
game.
there.
It's like, why are you gonna waste time playing that when you could play something else? So I get it.
Right.
You know, if that was what you if that literally how you felt, I'd be like, hey, I get it. Like I said, I play it. It's like, so you know, like here's my thing. I gotta be in the mood to come in my room, sit down, and be ready to game. Right. I think as the older I'm getting, I don't do that as much. Right. So then I could grab my portal and just sit in the room and I'm playing with next to my wife. Right. But I feel like something like Vampire Hunters, Survivors, I was playing it a lot because I was playing on my phone. So it was like a phone game. Like you have your phone 24/7 next to you. Like it's very rare I don't have my phone next to me. So it's just like even now I'm playing a little puzzle game on my phone, but it's starting to annoy me because there's too many ads. So I always like to have something like when I'm just sitting there. But video games like a Call of Duty or whatever, playing co-op. Like I need to be in it. You know what I mean? I can't just be like, well, I'm just kind of playing around. Like, no, bro, I gotta be like focused. I don't want my wife bothering me and all that. But something like what you just seen, I could just do this sitting there. She could be talking to me. I pause it, huh? You know what I mean? I don't want to be pausing God of War or something, you know.
But here we go, cowboy. Here we are. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about Bungie and Destiny. So you might have to play Chucky for certain somebody.
No, don't do it. Don't even do it. Please don't do it.
Well, I don't know who we would be playing if. Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Please don't do it.
I don't know because that person said they deleted Destiny, so does it even matter? They don't shot themselves in the foot. That person went so hard talking about they the greatest Destiny player, and you know,
Cowboy,
and then deleted Destiny.
Next topic. I want to.
I do want to hear it though. So Sony carves off more of Bungie. The creative studios team is now officially a part of PlayStation Studios. So
yeah,
I mean,
we're not going to get into Destiny. we're going to talk about Bungie. So yeah, basically Bungie, they came in and they scooped up some Bungie talent, and they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna come over here and work for PlayStation now.
Well, to be fair, they bought the studio. They paid extra money to keep the talent, right? So they wasn't just buying the name. And to be fair, they did say if you guys don't do that good, we are taking over. So I mean, that's what ended up happening.
Yeah, Cowboy, as you know, that was kind of like the plan from the jump. You know, you seen it coming months ago when they laid off people, took their stocks, did this, had 2 Sony people to 1 Bungie person on their board, or something. It was something crazy going on like that. Like this ball of them being swallowed up by Sony's kind of like been rolling for a minute. You know, because FK, you look into this type of stuff. This is not a surprise to me.
No.
So what's happening is basically Sony is doubling down on the live service stuff, which is kind of awkward considering what happened with Concord. But apparently Concord's coming back free to play because they keep updating the files on Steam.
Nice. Good.
I don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, cool. There's some people that still want to play Concord.
I saw the files that they updated or what they put in there, and they seem pretty compelling that it's coming back.
We'll see.
Even a PvE mode.
I still don't think that game was bad. I mean, I'm not even going to get into it. I was one of the 7 people that liked Concord, so I'm just going to let it go.
Well, I'll just say that I'll keep it short. I still feel you save face by just letting it go. if you bring it back and then nobody's still not playing it, it looks really bad. You know what I mean? And then number two, it's going to cost you money to bring it back, right? Monitoring servers. People are going to be like, it's free to play, but they always want to purchase something. So now you're going to have a team that keeps making content. You got to pay them. And then if they're making content and then is not making a high sales, it's going to be like the laughing stock of video game. Like, oh, Concord came back and 3 people playing it. Like, why do it to yourself? You took it off. You gave people their money back, and just leave it alone.
So the thing, but
that's where I disagree.
Destiny Rising coming. They also have Destiny Rising, but that's under NetEase. NetEase owns.
All right, wait. Before we get to that, hold up. Let's talk about Concord real quick because you kind of brought it up. So go ahead, 50. I want to hear you. You said you disagree.
I disagree because we've seen. I mean, me personally, I don't think the game deserved as much hate as it got. Because I actually bought it day one, played the beta. There's people out there that were enjoying the game. Now they might not have been the numbers that people wanted to portray, online and the fanboy wars and things like that. But I believe that if that game was in like they probably should have did it. It should have came out a free to play game.
Right.
And there are games in the PS Plus catalog. I'm not even going to mention Foam Star or that's still playing. There's 12 people playing that game. Concord can do that same type of thing.
So to your point, you might be right because Foam Stars just went free to play, and that was originally $40 game.
And I'm surprised that lasted as long as it is. It's like I think there's a place for games like Concord. If Redfall can do it, damn sure I think Concord can do it. They can maybe.
Wait, I thought they pulled the plug on Redfall.
Like the servers are still going.
Bad example.
Well, I mean, like it got better. Yeah, that was a bad example. But I don't know. I think there's a market for a game like that just being in there, free to play. I'm pretty sure some people will play it. I'll pick it up and play it every now and then when the guys ain't running Call of Duty or I'm not trying to focus or something like that. I'll pick it up and play it.
I'll say this: imagine if they made it like
it was a casualty of the fanboy bullshit in my eyes.
I agree. Imagine if they do this.
It's sad.
Imagine if they do this. They just say, "Hey, Concord is back, free to play. If you have a PlayStation Plus account, it's a game that you could play.
Right.
As long as you got a
no harm done. People will still buy the little. The people still play, and I mean, I don't know. I just think there's a space for it.
So speaking of live servers in Concord and Bungie, today they pretty much dropped the marathon wish list on PlayStation and Steam, and they released a video, a developer update video on the game. And he pretty much said like this game's gonna be pretty intense. It's gonna be very intense, and it's not gonna be for everybody. And I think he kind of shot himself in the foot when he said that.
What is he insinuating?
I think that makes sense, though. I don't think that should bother you if somebody says it's not going to be for everybody. Everybody don't play every game. Look at, one of the biggest things that Xbox fan could say is look how many PlayStations there are and look how little people buy God of War, right? That just shows it's not for everybody. So I don't think that's shooting them in the foot.
But you're thinking of it that way. There's another way of it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, meaning the modern audience, the woke stuff.
Oh, that's what he's insinuating.
Hey, FCAT, I need
the coin.
Yeah, I don't know about none of that.
FCAT, you need an intervention, man.
There's two sides to that statement,
If they're shooting and guns blazing, I'm there. If I don't know about.
Okay, so
I don't know about all the wokeness,
description,
the brokenness, the wokeness. I don't know nothing about it.
So it says, from the creators of Halo and Destiny, a massive ghost ship hangs in a low orbit over the lost colony of Tau Ceti 4. The 3,000 souls who call this place home have disappeared without a trace. Strange signals hit at mysterious artifacts, long dormant AI and troves of untold riches. Become a runner in Bungie's upcoming sci-fi PvP extraction shooter marathon. You're a cybernetic mercenary venturing into the unknown in a fight for survival and fortune where any run can lead to greatness.
Sounds like
I
flop to
mean,
me.
if it's kind of like Vigor, that'd be kind of cool. Vigor was really cool. It just was kind of like, like a double A. But if like Vigor was like a triple A game, I mean that's a cool concept. So
All that
Purple's in
sounded
the
like to me
building. Let's
was
go.
So they
that
showed
sounded like
pictures
that's gonna flop. That's what that sounded like to me.
But look,
All that
here's the thing.
all
Here's
that
the thing.
jargon.
Bring it back to the woke stuff. This is funny because the characters that they showed were girls. So are they saying you can only be a girl?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
like I don't.
So this is
this is a multiplayer game, right?
This is the
Yes.
what's her name?
So
I think
you
this
think
is
it's
the
going to be
stealth
only girls in
character.
the game?
I think that's what they're saying, or what they're assuming.
No.
But this is the stealth character, I think.
Okay.
Or the
She looked like she ready to get busy.
Yeah, she looks like she's ready. This is another no wait. I think this is I forgot what class she is. She's not stealth.
Bro, the game ain't coming out no time soon. Who cares?
I understand. This one's a stealth one, and basically the developer said you can collect stuff to upgrade whatever character you are.
Like all the other games.
Basically.
Yeah. I don't care if it's a girl, a giraffe, an alien, a troll. If they're shooting a gun and throwing stuff and doing something that I like to do,
he's in it.
Let's rock and roll. That's
right.
I don't even think about stuff. Honestly, I don't even be thinking about that woke or the it's a girl character or it's a girl protagonist or antagonist. I don't give a damn.
Right.
I just want to play a good game, honestly. That's what it boils down to me.
Well, let me go to the poll. I'm gonna close the poll.
People are weird,
the poll
man.
has 6 votes, and it says, does politicians advertising in video games stop you from playing them? 6 votes, 38% or 33% says yes, and 67% says no.
That poll is for the Kamala Harris Fortnite thing.
Correct. All right, so I just ended that poll. But if you guys want to join, pinned in the chat is
still don't believe. Still don't believe. I don't care how sweet you make it sound, Cowboy. I don't believe politics belong in video games. Not like that. We already have enough. We already have enough politics behind the scene that's fucking up gaming right now. Just we don't need it in our video games like that.
No, I agree.
But I respect the hustle though. I respect their hustle.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, same thing with me. I don't think concerts have any business in games either. But I respect the hustle.
Stop it.
So yeah.
Now you're being a hater.
Nah,
so
I'm just saying.
Marathon's still going to release $40. It is confirmed coming for Xbox. So we don't need to worry about that.
It's what?
Okay.
It's confirmed coming for Xbox.
Yeah, so it's on everything.
No, yeah.
Yo, Purple said wouldn't play Fortnite to begin with.
So yeah,
Fortnite is dope right now.
It's pretty intense. So I'm thinking, Tarkov. Is Tarkov pretty intense game?
I wouldn't know.
I've always wanted to play it, but I'm not in the PC sphere, so I haven't been able to play it. But I hear it's pretty good. Extraction shooter.
I never had somebody really explain it to where I said I want to play it. Like I've heard it was good, but
Dude Game plays that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They better put some respect on Fortnite, Purple.
Hey, Purple, listen.
Yeah.
Listen, Purple. Your favorite game developers love Fortnite. That's all I'm gonna say. Fortnite is one of the biggest games there is, and honestly, Fortnite does it well. I mean, the amount of content they put out, the time frame of content they put out. I mean, having a bunch of different game modes, allow people to make games in Fortnite. You can make money when you put a game in Fortnite. Like, it's crazy. And I just recently became a fan of playing Fortnite again, but I've always admired Fortnite. Like, I could never say always admired Fortnite, and I always felt that if you was a fan of Fortnite, as far as gaming, you're eating good. Meaning, if that was your favorite game, man, they got you covered.
Right. Yeah. And they keep the content coming.
Yeah, they
I
do.
was just saying, you know how they said with Concord, it's not for everybody. Like,
right.
That's what I meant earlier.
What do you mean?
Because it was people claimed that it was woke.
Oh, you think Marathon might not be for everybody?
No, he's trying to say they're insinuating that it might be a woke game, so it's not for everybody. So they're just trying to. Hey, FCAT, one day I'm gonna wake up, man, and I'm gonna be like, yo.
Yeah, he also said that it's a very intense game and people might not be into them types of games also.
Oh, so Bungie then turned into Kojima all of a sudden.
I mean, I don't know how intense we talking.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, I was just saying
earlier from
I was just making that
the
up.
old description of Marathon. They said you can have a group like you be teamed up with one guy or three guy. It'd be like 3 people or 2 people in a team, and you go collect this artifact. And when you collect this artifact, this opens up an area for everybody else to play. So kind of like what those little things, secret things that you do in Destiny. Like they kind of implemented into Marathon.
Yeah, I just think we're talking about this game too long. It's game too way out, man. It's bothering me.
I don't know
man.
nothing about it, honestly.
It's coming.
Bro, give me a date. Give me a date.
They say Q1 2025. They said the beginning of 2025. This is coming.
Man, that's
So
a little wild.
If it's on the store, if it's on the store to wish list right now, it's coming.
Here's the problem. You got no gameplay. We talking about a game we don't even like. I can see if we had dude, the game looked dope. What character you gonna use? Oh, they showed this one character that disappeared, and we can't even have this conversation. You can't even show us a trailer right now so we can have a discussion on playing the game. That's my point. It's like
he didn't show gameplay. He was just like, oh, I can't show gameplay and I can't really go into details. But that's kind of how he detailed it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about this game to, it's Bungie, cool. I know they made old Halo, and I've got a lot of respect for Destiny now, but I'm the new guard. I haven't played it in a while, but the time that I have spent with it, I can see why people liked it. But I hope the game succeeds. Bungie needs something right now, man, because they're hurting. So I hope it's a hit for them, whatever it is.
Urban said the concept art looks like somebody laying in the snow. And Urban said this. He said 2 of the best games to ever release was Road Rash and 2 Extreme. Road Rash.
I remember Road Rash.
Absolutely amazing, man. Ahead of its time. And 2 Extreme was cool. But it wasn't Road Rash to me. But it was dope. But it died pretty quickly. Like it phased out pretty quickly. I don't want to say died.
You have anything more to say about Marathon?
Where are we going next? Xbox.
All right.
So Overwatch 2 is officially bringing back 6v6 testing this December.
Whew, that's gonna be chaos. I play Overwatch, or Overwatch 2 anyway. I want to say 5.
So that got
4,
removed
5?
when this was in Overwatch 1, and it got removed for Overwatch 2. Now they're bringing it back, so it's basically Overwatch 1 again.
Cool.
Nice, the more the merrier. I just think it'll be more chaos because I literally was playing that game yesterday. Yeah, I jumped on and played 3 games yesterday, and hey, it's with the amount they have 4-on-4, I think it is, or it's 5-on-5, one of the two. Adding 2 more people, that'll just bring more chaos.
I like when games just go crazy, but it all depends. I also like duos. Something like duos. If you and me just doing against 2v2s, that's cool too. So it all depends. I like the chaos, and I like if you bring it down too. So
Yeah, if it
more
can be done
options,
right.
right?
Right. Like I said, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
All right. Also, bad news in VR. Minecraft is losing VR support next year.
So what does that mean? Does that mean
This
they're just
wasn't a
not going
surprise
to add
because
more VR content?
no, they're completely taking it off. Like, but I've seen this coming because they discontinued the HoloLens. They completely ditched it. It went to the Microsoft graveyard.
Is this part of that 50% of VR is what did they say? Scaling back or diminishing or blah blah blah?
Possibly.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know anything about that again.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is? This stuff we're all talking about. To be honest with you, man, if
Bro,
people
I
got to think, this
remember.
stuff ain't free. You gotta produce. A
No,
business
no.
is called
This is the
turnkey. You
thing.
gotta, you know.
I saw E3 once. It was Xbox. They were putting on a presentation. There was Minecraft, and it literally came off the table. Like the whole Minecraft world came off the table, and it was like AR or something like that, and it was holographic, and like this shit looked freaking awesome, and they did nothing with it. It did. What happened? Like did something like this would have been like stellar in the industry right now.
You know what's
Have
crazy?
now, huh?
So, sometimes you think this, right? Maybe you'll see a game and you'll be like, yo, that look amazing. And then somebody be like, oh, you play that game? Like, no, I don't play it. But you'll be repping it, right? Because some stuff do look amazing. But you know what's unfortunate? So Purple was mentioning Fortnite, but think about it. Fortnite's a game that people just play over and over and over, and more people start getting in. And then Call
Like
of Duty
Minecraft.
is a game. Yeah, and Call of Duty is a game. So we got these big, you know what's funny?
Minecraft is
like
one of the
people say
biggest,
like,
if not the, it's either Minecraft or Roblox. Believe it or not, it's like the biggest game in the world. One of the two.
right.
Love it or hate
You
it.
know, because Microsoft discontinued the HoloLens, they got the military like asking them like, will y'all keep supporting it for us? Like,
Yeah.
because
Somebody in
that's
the
what they
chat can
use.
correct me if I'm wrong, but
Military
I know it's
uses the
either.
HoloLens in
I think it's
combat.
Minecraft.
Listen,
Like
you know what's crazy?
player for player daily count or whatever it's called. It's either Roblox or Minecraft. It's like the biggest game in the world. Minecraft is
And
like
here's
what
the crazy
a
thing.
$1 billion business. Like
So here's the
it
crazy
can't be
thing. You
about the
ask
money. Maybe
yourself,
it's something
so
with VR. Yeah.
Murder, let me ask you this. So if let's just say Minecraft is the biggest game in the world,
Yeah, I'm pretty
why
sure it is.
would it lose VR support? That's the answer I want to hear.
That's what I'm saying. It can't be about money or it doing good. There's somebody Cowboy, people or kids that are around you or met people that play Minecraft, or
Yeah, but I
Roblox
think the
or
problem is though, let's say you look at all the platforms. Minecraft could be on a phone, on consoles, on PC. Probably PC is the biggest, right? But maybe VR is super small.
Yeah, that could be
Right?
it. Yeah, that could be it. I just know it's a big game.
Yeah.
I don't play it. My kids play it. I know every kid. Roblox, Minecraft.
Right.
It's crazy.
But are your kids playing Minecraft on VR? You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so. They're playing Gorilla Tag and those games like you be talking about, those social area games where people be walking around going and playing pool with each other, and yeah, it's pretty cool. But I know nothing about the that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Minecraft was on VR.
So you're ready for the next thing?
Yeah.
Let's do
it. Apparently, we're talking about Starfield 2.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sure they're making one eventually.
I can hear it in Ellis's voice.
Oh man.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
You just released a DLC that's critically like reviewed horribly, The game launch was reviewed horribly.
Oh, yeah. See, oh man,
you
I
don't
don't even.
sequel
Starfield was a
that.
huge game.
Let
Like
me ask you a
huge. It's
question.
still huge to this day.
You don't think one day they'll have a Starfield Part 2? That would be silly to think there won't be a Starfield 2.
Yeah,
You
that
make
I
a
guarantee
sequel if
that'll
the
one will be on
first game
PlayStation.
does well, receives well, has critical acclaim. The first Starfield didn't have any of it.
People talked about Starfield and made videos and how to do vlogs for a month, and people are still talking about Starfield now. It was a big game when it came out. Like, what are we talking about? Starfield, it was no failure.
It was a letdown. It was a disappointment to a lot of people.
Yeah, in the fanboy wars, yeah, I believe that.
Yeah,
But
in the launch, like Starfield now is fine. Like when they put in the 60 mode and all that, like it made it a better game. Like it should. That's the game it should have came out.
It made it a better game for who? It made it a better game for who?
Yeah,
it's a better overall game now. But
yeah,
the DLC that they just added reviewed horribly, and they said it's pretty bland.
Right. Yeah. See, I don't know. I can't cap for Starfield. Like I played it.
Well,
I got about 5 hours into it, and that was about it for me. It was too much. It was too much to do for me. I don't. I know my lane, so I left it alone.
Well, let me ask you this, FCAT. Do you think Starfield did enough to get a Part 2 or no?
In
the Xbox fanboy world, yeah.
You're tripping.
And then not.
No.
You're tripping. If it wasn't for the PlayStation fanboys, that game would have. If that game would have came out a PlayStation exclusive, I guarantee it would have been a whole different story. I guarantee it.
The purple's agreeing with me. Starfield would not get a
She would. She would. Cause she's a PlayStation person.
Purple Haze like the female TK9 right now.
Like
She be trying to burn.
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna. Hey, I'm not trying to cap for
channel.
Starfield. I'm just saying people are trying to underestimate how big Starfield was a big game. It was. People tried to destroy it. Huh?
Whoa! Purple said Bethesda will be written off in a few years. Bethesda.
Oh, that's a claim.
Whoa, that's a bold claim right there. You got to elaborate on that one.
I've never been a Bethesda fan, so I don't know.
This is like Redfall 2. Bro,
oh Lord. Starfield is like Redfall. Oh my God.
All right, FCAT, let's move on, man, because now you're insulting people's intelligence.
All right. So apparently Black Myth Wukong is being rated for Xbox.
Dope.
Boo.
Boo.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, I like the game, but I just... What'd you say?
Y'all been waiting for this. It might end up being Game of the Year.
You know what? That's the question. We're getting close to that time to start going over Game of the Year, too. But...
I don't like that.
It's gonna look and run on the Series S.
Purple said, but I thought they didn't want it.
I don't.
Purple coming with the she got the fan the console war gloves on.
Hey, if I wanted to play it, I would have just played it on my PS5. And I looked at Wukong. It's a beautiful game. I just think, and I know they say there's technologies or whatever they're trying to figure out the game. But you know how when a game comes out on PlayStation or any console first, it kind of how it kind of like loses its momentum. It ain't, for me, it's like any game. If it's a game that I want to play, I'm gonna play it right off the bat, day one. And then when it misses like the console that I prefer or I did prefer or then it kind of just lose. There's so many games coming out right now that it's like, why go backwards? The game's already been out on another platform for a long time. I get it for people that are really, really wanting to play that game and they only want to play it on Xbox. I get that, but I just think when it's like Baldur's Gate, I think if it would have came out day for day on all platforms, I think it would have did better than it did, and it did good. I don't know the momentum for me. It's like if I really wanted to play Wukong, I would have played it already. I seen Cowboy playing it, and I liked the graphics, but then I sat back and watched it. I watched Jers and them play and the whole grinding and stuff like that, and I figured, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Why am I gonna waste $70? It's a beautiful game. I like the time that they were in action and they were watching Cowboy and them play. But I'm not the type of person with so many games coming out right now. Me loving
Yeah.
shooters for over everything. I don't got time to sit there and pay $70 to $100 for a game that I know ain't my style of game like that.
Yeah, I 50, I don't think it's for you. It's not for me. I mean, I stopped playing it
Right.
probably a month ago. You know what I mean? It's just I was playing it and trying to give it more of a chance and play it more, and I just it's not my type of game, you know? It's that whole Souls thing. Like it's like it's on the spectrum of a Souls game. And it's just like that whole punish yourself just to be able to say you did it.
Right. I don't got time
Yeah,
for that. You like
yeah, I don't
you're a
have
busy man. I don't have the time
yeah,
with kids and a real job and this and that to sit there and do that, something that I'm not having a good time with. And what I was asking though, Cowboy, is like, do you think when games don't release? Comment. Oh no, Purple. I'm stop it. I'm over here playing. I love you to death. But do you feel like when a game isn't, for whatever reason, whether it's money had it or they're having the quote unquote problems with the technology, do you feel a game not coming out at the same time on all platforms like hinders people from, or the game from being as big as it could be?
Yeah, definitely.
Like by the time it comes out, some people are like over it, and they're mad in a way for they don't even know why, but they're like, you know what, it didn't come to my preferred platform. You feel like people do that.
So perfect example. I was talking to my son today, and I was like, he was like, what you doing? I was like, I'm playing some game that I'm not even that into anymore. He's like, what, Dragon Ball Z? And I was like, oh, I forgot about it. I was like, here's my thing. Perfect example. You said, I'm one of those people, right? I do it with gaming, with video, with movies. If I don't go to the movies in the first 2 weeks, chances are I'm probably not gonna see the movie. I lose interest. So remember, I was like, that Dragon Ball game looked dope. Now I'm not a Dragon Ball fan, but the game looked dope. The game been out for what, 2 weeks or whatever. Now I'm just like, I don't even care anymore. So yeah, you're right. Now if it came out, let's just say Black Myth came out on everything, people would have bought it on like everything, right? But if it's only on PlayStation, when it finally come out, some people who wanted to buy it then might be like, all right, forget about it. So that's
right, or they moved on. And I mean,
right.
with the way that all these companies are dropping games right now, it's like, how do you, unless it's like an 8 to 12 to 15-hour game, how does everybody have time to play all these games? They're really dropping a lot of games every day. So it's like, to go back, I can see why people wouldn't want to, but then I know people will hate not get it, doing exactly what I said. It didn't come out first for my platform, so screw it. They didn't want my money then. They're not, I've heard those
Some people
scenarios.
will do that, but I think if somebody truly wanted to play a game, they will play it eventually. But again, it's like anything. I could see a trailer of a movie I really want to see, and I got busy, and then I just don't really care anymore. You know what I mean? It's just we're human, and we run off of it's called SOS, shiny object syndrome. So that's what I learned in network marketing. So you see something and you want that, but the time it takes you to get that, if you don't get it, then you eventually don't want it anymore. It's like my grandma used to say, don't eat with your eyes. They're like, oh, I'm so hungry. So you get all this stuff on your plate. You can't eat it all. And then guess what? Some of the stuff you put on there, you end up throwing away. But guys, coming in red hot with the console war gloves on is none other than Purple. Hey, let's go.
How am I coming with the console gloves?
Hey, Purple, you've been throwing shots in the little.
What shot did I throw? What shot did I throw?
She's prancing right out the stable with her hooves.
What shot did I throw?
Listen. One, you coming at the king, Fortnite. All right, your favorite content creator. That's probably their favorite game. I'm just saying, probably. And then two. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Wait, you said something else.
How? But if I go after Fortnite, that's like going after all of them, isn't it?
No. Hold on, you just said something else about. You were talking about. Hold up, yeah, you were talking about whatchamacallit not getting a part 2, Starfield.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get a part 2.
I need an explanation, and I need a Purple Haze explanation.
No,
detail.
So I think what I said is.
Hold on, Purple. Before you do that. I want Purple's opinion. I don't want the FCAT one. Okay. really, he seems. Do you believe that Starfield really not? Do you really believe it was a failure? Like at all aspects, it was just a failure game.
I think I'll
It
say
wasn't
like
the game of generation like people were trying to say it was, but I don't think
yeah.
I don't think it's a bad game. I mean,
No,
I don't think it's a failure. I mean,
yeah, so two things. I think the game could be a good game and still be a failure, and I think a game could be a bad game and still be a success. And so
that's
and
very
so
true.
and so in Starfield's situation, I think the game did what the creators of Starfield wanted to do. So that's a success, right? And people who like the game, it's a success for them. I do not think the game was a success for why they purchased Bethesda. And so if that would I say is that a failure? I don't know if it's a failure. Like if we're saying purely is it more of a failure or more a success? I would say from that perspective, it's more of a failure, but I don't think that's a binomial decision.
All right, Purple, I got to jump in here. You make it sound like they only purchased Bethesda for Starfield.
No,
so you got to clear that up.
No, I don't think. I think they purchased Bethesda for a couple. I think they purchased
For
it
Redfall.
for the library, not for the library of IP A, for Starfield B, and also for what's coming out here in a couple of years, Elder Scroll or whatever.
Yeah, Elder
Right.
Scroll. Yeah,
Elder Scrolls. So I think that whole entire thing was purchased for it, but it's similar to like PlayStation buying Bungie. Like that's not considered a win, right? And I think the same thing Starfield. If Starfield was supposed to be what Skyrim was, right?
So, hey, Purple, hold on. You know, see this slander on Bungie.
How's that?
I mean, not Bungie, not Bethesda. But let me tell you this. You know when you're gonna be like, oh man, that was a good idea, a good transaction. Wait till that Doom Dark Ages come out. Just wait.
No, I mean, okay, but
or the Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones
Bethesda's kind of saved Xbox these last, little bit of time that we've had.
How are you saying it's saving Xbox?
As far as putting out games? That's all they put out. They have put out Redfall.
Yeah,
they have done they have Bungie. They gave us a couple DLCs.
No, so like what you gotta look. I didn't say Bungie. I just said Bungie was a failure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. I'm just saying like
But what I'm saying is, at least with Bethesda and Starfield, Indiana Jones, or whatever, what's cheaper? You pay, what was it, 8.1 billion? I think with cash on hand, ended up being $7.6 billion. Plus, you're paying the studio all those salaries for multiple years, or to just do a timed exclusive. Like that's the thing. Like that's the calculation you have to do. And so
I think what you're not thinking about is the games that's not exclusive, right? So meaning you're gonna make money on everything. Something like Doom, Dark Ages, you're gonna make money on everything. So we sometimes get narrow-minded with exclusives and think like, okay, go ahead.
That's not what you're saying.
I'm not looking at. What I am looking at is this isn't just for gaming. Anything bought between 2021 and 2024, specifically 2023, that little period, I'm just talking business, was a bad investment. The cost of money, if you had just put that just in bonds, right? That money would have gained like 5 to 6% just on bonds. So that's like when you think about investment banking and when you buy something and you're saying, hey, I spent 7.6 on that. If they had not, or 8 billion, let's use 8 billion. If they had not spent 8 billion on it, just off the interest alone on that 8 billion in cash would have got you 6% annual. I almost can guarantee you right now, Starfield did not do that. Starfield costs way more to push over the line past the 8 billion. I'm not even talking about that. Like just to get it over the line costs more money. To put out a DLC costs more money. And so you can almost guarantee they have not broken even on Starfield on just that part after the sale. Now what y'all are talking about Doom. Doom is gonna do fine, but it's not gonna do what you think. All you have to do is look at what Doom what was it, Immortals or whatever came out in 2016. Doom Eternal, right? Same deal. Like right now is not the time to be for what their purposes are. They bought Bethesda, and you can see this right now. Bethesda was supposed to bring people to Game Pass. That's why they have the metrics they have. That's how they measure that how successful that game is. You have to look past sales. You have to look past just Metacritic scores. And what you have to look at is how long are people continually playing the game and so forth. When we look at Starfield, go pull up the Steam charts for that. Go pull it up. That's going to tell you.
Purple, if I could just check you for a quick minute. All right.
Go for it.
First of all, Purple, Starfield is, it's a massive game where you could do a lot, but then they made it clear that it's not that super, so much stuff to do. Starfield isn't a live service game, right? Starfield is a game that came with a regular game, came with a DLC, and it got a bunch of stuff to do. But then you can do everything, and there's people who've done everything. So you compare who's still playing Starfield. Why would Steam charts be super huge for Starfield?
No,
if you said Destiny.
No, different. Starfield was supposed to be an anchor game to bring people in. Like this isn't me go read any analyst who will go. Jason Schreier covers this more than any content creator we have. Knows the people knows Todd Howard, right? Knows Phil Spencer. We'll talk about it, and we'll say Starfield fell short. Does that mean it's a bad game? No, I think that's where I make the delineation between a lot of fans where they're like, look, you can be a fun game. My favorite game's not getting my game of the year this year is not getting a sequel. Does that mean it's a bad game? No, but I can realize that Prince of Persia didn't do what it was supposed to do. I can acknowledge that. It's easy to acknowledge Starfield. If they built their Xbox, that is, built their projections for Game Pass to be something, and Starfield was the main investment in Game Pass, in the Microsoft, in the Xbox ecosystem, and Starfield has released, and Game Pass still lags behind in its subscription goals. Not only that, is lagging in, I don't even think they're going to come out with a next generation console, right? That is how you can say, okay, Starfield did not do what we wanted it to do. There's no other way. You can't tell me that it's a resounding success from a business standpoint.
Let me say this. I get, and I'm on here a lot. Earlier, me and 5-0 was talking, and Murder was talking, and I was on a lot of business, right? Because I like to be behind the business a lot, or at least feel like, I don't like when people want stuff for free, and I think businesses should make money. But I think as far as gaming, I do think, earlier we was throwing around the whole some people don't make games just for money. They, people make a game and say oh yeah, I think this is a cool idea, and let's bring it to the table, because we was talking about VR and stuff like that, right? How ambitious you could be. I feel like Bethesda is a company that makes certain games, right? And they want to make their games certain ways, and then eventually they want to expand on their games. So I feel like saying Starfield won't get a part 2 is like saying then there shouldn't be another Elder Scrolls, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I think that here's the difference. Okay. You were talking about Bethesda when Bethesda was an independent company. That's true. Talking about Bethesda underneath Xbox, who's underneath Microsoft. That is a very different company. That is a very different segment of Xbox of 2019 is different than the Xbox of 2024. And when go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I get that, but I still feel like, I get checks and balances, right? It depends on how much a game like Starfield, how much would part 2 cost, right? And then do they think part 2 will gather as much as attention or bring more people to Game Pass, if you will, right? But I still feel like Starfield was, as a new IP of a game, I think it got a good amount of attention that they could make a part 2, and I'll say it, if the part 2 was on more platforms than just Xbox. That right there alone would be a reason to make a Starfield part 2 now and everything. They did the same thing with Titanfall. Titanfall was only on Xbox, the first part 1 and the PC. And then part 2 went to everything. Now, unfortunately, that might be a bad example because that game, you know,
it is not here. So again, but you want me to tell you, like, what's killing Starfield is, and I'm gonna be very honest, you cannot tell me the success of the ABK games that are launching right now. Compare Black Ops 6, right? Compare Diablo, compare those launches, right? Compare Candy Crush is kind of plateauing, slightly declining. Those launches are bringing in their projections.
But I can tell you why, though. This is why it's unfair. Those games are all multiplayer. With the exception
it doesn't matter. See, you're getting it doesn't. It doesn't. You're looking at it from a gamer's perspective. That's why I'm saying the game is a good game. I'm not talking. I just told you. The better example is, why don't you find a bad game from a gamer's perspective where they made a sequel, and you will see what I'm talking about. Starfield has not met the metrics it was supposed to. Whether or not it's a multiplayer or not, the fact of the matter is it was supposed to boost Game Pass. That's its strategic thing.
Right.
But they Purple, but they have said, and it's out there in the ether, that Starfield was the biggest jump in Game Pass as far as one game that Game Pass has ever had at that time.
Correct.
When Starfield released, it was the biggest jump in subscribers added to Game Pass of all
time. Correct.
At that time.
No, and I'm not. So what? And if I just came out with a video about Black Ops 6 and Game Pass, the name of the game is you have to not just get added subscribers. What you have to do is maintain subscriber count. Sarah Bond has come out on this. Phil Spencer has come out on this, and they have said that they are tapped. They cannot get it right now. Even for Black Ops 6, the main driver of subscribers are people who are already in this ecosystem. When they originally bought Bethesda, it was still in this era of expanding, right? When was Bethesda announced? 2020. That was the world was a very different place. Like 2020, 21, that's a different place.
COVID.
Yeah. And what I'm saying is, like, given everything they knew at the time, they had certain projections of it. Given where they are now, it is not that. And so it is what it's not and it's just that
Starfield was a new IP. Diablo and Call of Duty come with a huge backing.
That's correct.
It's different to throw Starfield against them Titans, but I understand what you're saying.
No, it like that. And so right now, what we know more about gaming is you get a more established IP. Like that's the name of the game. If you're gonna go with a new IP, you better have something that it can triangulate against. Like what they're doing with what's the stupid game that I keep playing? X Defiant, right? That's technically a new IP, but it's technically not a new IP because you're using existing IP. Like you better be able to branch off. Even in TV shows, it's like this. But the amount of money invested in the new IP is just not seen as paying off. That's across media right now. And the same media consultants who consult on movies and TV shows are the same ones who are consulting on video games. So when I think about Starfield, like, here's a new IP that launched that did really well. Y'all just had it up here. Black Myth Wukong. Starfield did not get the Black Myth Wukong hype. And like, I couldn't go into any store without seeing Like, they did a huge thing with Pepsi, huge thing with Frito-Lay, huge thing with numerous companies for Starfield. And what did Black Myth Wukong do? That's when you are looking at investments. You're like, well, crap. Why did we invest hundreds, if not billions of dollars into the Starfield IP? And then you look on the other side of the thing and you're like, well, they spent 60 million, supposedly USD, 80 million USD on Black Myth Wukong. When you're a stakeholder, that's what you're comparing against. And when they went and spent at the time, which was the most expensive purchase in gaming history at the time, Bethesda's purchase blew everything away. You can guarantee the way they got that bought off is they said, this is what it's going to do. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it's not. You need someone to hit a home run, and they're hitting a single.
Personally, I know people was talking about the game of generation, but I don't think the Bethesda deal so much was riding on Starfield. I think it's more Bethesda as a whole and the type of games they make and the games that people love. Now, I'm not a Bethesda fan of all their games. I don't like Starfield. I played Starfield about 3 hours, never turned it back on. But I think Bethesda is a big name company. And Bethesda do make games that there's some people love those games and they go back to them over and over. So I think purchasing Bethesda
definitely. And the people who love those games gave Starfield a bad review.
Yeah, but I think but this is the thing why I continue to say you're talking about Bethesda from 10 years ago.
No. I just said the reason why they purchased Bethesda.
Yeah, no, I totally get why they purchased it. I'm not saying it was they were idiots for purchasing it. I'm not saying anything else. It's just like your favorite sports team, you get an MVP from 5 years ago, and then the person tears their ACL. Was that no? Well, you had a good thing about, like, the data told you, like, oh, that was supposed to work, but things change. Right. And to me, Starfield right now, the experiment that was it, or whether it's Starfield, whether it's Hi-Fi Rush, whether it's Redfall, you're not going to convince me that right now, if you're looking at the stuff that those games are generating a lot of hype, that people are asking for these to come out. If I were to just look at the media coverage, pros to cons, positive to negative, they resoundingly have more negative than positive. Whether that's fanboyism, whether that's Xbox tech.
I think that's because they're part of Xbox
now. But it is what it doesn't matter if it's part of Xbox, right? Like that. Unfortunately, that's what that it is what it is.
Purple, do you think Starfield would have been picked apart like it was if it was a PlayStation exclusive? Do you think it would have got the hate that it got, and just like so many other games that get done like that nowadays? I mean, honestly, if it was the other way around.
I think we have to I think I want to, before I answer that, Ellis, I do want to kind of push back against, because the question automatically assumes that PlayStation has some type of bonus, right? But what we just saw here over the last year is PlayStation has had multiple fumbles that the gaming universe continues to remind them of. And I'm going to lead up to just this year. You pulled back from VR, right? They have rolled that they took some hits on that. That was their first round of layoffs in the UK. The second one was they pulled back from this huge push into multiplayer, right? And then that took off several headcount, and people laid into them on that. Then they launched Concord to such a negative press cycle. If you ask me, they already knew it was coming. That where they not only pulled their game. When was the last time a game was pulled from a launch? Right. But also to the point where people are like, don't criticize the game. The devs could get fired. Like, PlayStation, if we think about it, when PlayStation fumbles, people remind them that they fumbled. So to your answer, would Starfield have gotten the hate that it got? I personally don't think Starfield is necessarily a PlayStation type of game, right? If we think about I just don't.
You're just walking around in a bunch of nothing. That's the same as Death Stranding.
Hold up, Purple. You also got to add the fumble of Bungie.
Bungie as well just can't. I mean, like I said, like that was a purchase. I mentioned that earlier today. So I think this notion of would it have got it if it was a PlayStation exclusive? I don't know. I don't know if PlayStation would have paid to make it exclusive. That's
in the court. It's in the FTC court documents that Jim Ryan tried to go and get that to be a PlayStation.
No, what's in the court documents is that Phil Spencer thought that PlayStation could make it a exclusive,
because they went to them and tried to get it to be an exclusive for PlayStation. So
again,
I mean, they had some kind of interest in the game.
They come to find out PlayStation wouldn't have touched it with a 10-foot pole.
Well, Purple, I will say this though. I think Murder, because I've been a PlayStation fan for a very long time. I was an Xbox fan for a very long time. I owned every Xbox besides the last consoles. So and my thing is I was more of a flip flopper. Like I had my moments where I was on this time, then I had my moments where I was hardcore on that side, right? So I used to be a big Xbox fan at one point. But I think Murder is right. Me from watching gaming my whole life, Xbox definitely gets more hate than PlayStation. Like I will have to say, if Starfield was a
I'm not saying it does. The question wasn't
try to elegantly downplay that Xbox don't get hated.
No, well, here's the reason why PlayStation, Xbox. So let's say this like this: the question was, if it had released in the state it did, yes, a lot of the criticism towards that release was what 30 frames versus 60 frames. Right, that was some of the, so when was what PlayStation game in that same vein has released at 30 frames this generation? So you have to look at that aspect of it. You also have to look at the aspect of how did they build that game up? Would PlayStation have done what Xbox did, where they had literally a documentary about the game? They talked everything about the game. We had never seen the game until literally the summer before. Right, I don't know if PlayStation would have hyped it up like that. Would have had that runway of a hype. Just look at they're not doing right now. We're like, where's the roadmap for PlayStation? So I'm not sure if PlayStation would have released it in that state currently.
Right,
I can agree with that.
But to go back to the other thing, why Xbox gets no one likes a loser, right? No one likes to. No.
Hey, look, that's true.
Purple. Hold on, real quick, Purple. Hold on, real quick.
Man the fuck up.
Anybody who's an Xbox fan, just you
No.
gotta roll.
Hey, but I'm an Xbox fan, but I can't even argue. I can't even argue with that comment. I wish I could. I wish I could, but I can't even argue with that statement.
It's not about. Like I say, my favorite.
Argue, but I can't even disagree with that statement.
If we look at everything where we were comparing the two, and I don't care that neither of them have had supposedly games of the generation or what. The fact of the matter is, PlayStation has outsold Xbox, and that is with a 1-year head start because no one could get a PlayStation. The console market is 80% PlayStation, 20% Xbox. That alone, just you have more fans on the PlayStation side than the Xbox side. When we look at I think it's a dumb category because I told you what my favorite game of the year is right now is Prince of Persia. So I don't really put a lot in Metacritic, but some people do. They have that FOMO when we look at regardless of people saying PlayStation has no games, the games they have launched where they have put a lot, with the exception of Concord, every year have had either 1 or 2 game of the year categories. Microsoft, Xbox hasn't even had a categories. The nominee. Xbox hasn't even had 1 nominee. Now, granted, I totally get it. The racing game, Horizon Zero. I don't know the Horizon. It has Horizon in it.
That don't count.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Racing game, all the look great, but I'm saying optics matter. The story matters. Now you're getting to the point where you're saying the whole thing was, hey, Microsoft is PlayStation is gonna be held up because of Microsoft's games. What we're actually seeing is the exact opposite's happening. Microsoft is having to go over to the PlayStation ecosystem, not the other way around. So every way you look at it, and then half of the games that people are talking about are game of the year aren't even on Xbox currently right now. So this is actually when you talk about.
Go ahead. I got a question for you real quick.
What?
So then my question to you is, with all this data, all this intel, when you left Stadia, why did you buy an Xbox and not a PlayStation?
Because I couldn't get a PlayStation.
Oh,
I feel like that's not the real answer.
Look, guys, let's get through this.
No. That I gave it a shot. I bought two Xboxes. I bought a Series X and a Series S. Right.
Oh wait, you really wanted a PlayStation over Xbox, or like? Really?
It didn't matter to me because what did I always say on Stadia? Look, if you give me Stadia, I'll still take Stadia right now. But what I would always say is 99% of the games are the same. And so when I got the Xbox, what I looked at is like, okay, here's really what did it. I said, hey, I've played all of the Supermassive games, right? All the Dark Pictures except for the one I'm currently playing. And then some people were like,
that's on PlayStation,
which is Until Dawn. So I said, okay, Until Dawn. I said, hey, Obi Rose kept talking to me about the other game that has Horizon in the name of it with the girl. He kept talking to me about that.
Lego?
No, it's like
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That one. He had told me about that. And then some other people were talking to me about Ghost of Tsushima because I like really pretty stuff. So I said, okay, those aren't on Xbox. Let me go try to do that. And then Erica. That game's also not on Xbox. So then and I had Xbox, and then Xbox is all about the Game Pass. So actually 6 months before I got the PlayStation, I said, let me stop playing Game Pass. Let me stop paying for it. See if I actually miss it. And I didn't miss it. Like I just didn't miss it. I didn't miss it.
Honestly, FCAT might remember. Was it last October when I stopped paying for my Game Pass? I think it's been a year.
Yeah.
It might be a year that I haven't had Game Pass.
I haven't.
I almost forgot that I was like, it was so easy to be like, oh, wow.
I didn't miss it. So then at that point, so now we flash forward, and half of the games that I am currently either played or looking forward to, if you look at just gameplay time on the consoles, half of it's not on Xbox. So once I did that math, and then I said, okay, y'all are all about Call of Duty, which I have X Defiant, which is free to play. Diablo, I do play a lot of Diablo. That's the only one. So after that,
whoa, Purple. Now me and you got a problem.
Okay.
Don't you ever in your life put X Defiant in the same goddamn category as Call of Duty?
Why not?
Do that.
Why not?
Because it's not. I mean, but it's not supposed to be. But it's because I'm ranked pretty high on X Defiant too, but it's not in the same realm.
Okay, can I jump in real quick? So I'm not a fan of X Defiant or Call of Duty, right? I personally love Rainbow Six more than both of them, right? But I will say this, Purple. One day I played X Defiant, and I literally played Call of Duty right after, because I was like, let me just see the feel. And I had a ball on X Defiant. I was having fun. But I will say, no jokes, when I play Call of Duty, like the weight of the guns, the turn of the character, I was like, oh, that's
it's a
double A, and this is triple A. I will be honest. It felt, I'm not gonna lie. I hyped it up.
What?
I'm a level 47 on X Defiant.
Okay,
I get down.
I am 155. And so, but what I will say is,
don't flex on me.
I just because I gotta let people know I do play.
Right, all right.
No, but what games? Look, my favorite game on Xbox is Ori. What do I like? Little Nightmares. I like Hack and Darksiders. When have you ever talked? Even when I play Destiny, what do I play? I play, what is the one with the moats? That's the only mode I play.
What is it called now?
No, Gambit,
right?
Gambit.
I'm not a first-person shooter, right? So for me to play Call of Duty, what would I need to do? I would need to have a subscription, plus I would have to either buy the game or I would have to have Game Pass all the time. With X Defiant
or Warzone for free, but that's a battle royale.
But okay, then we have to compare Warzone to X Defiant if that's the case. But I'm not a shooter.
There's no comparison. Still,
I don't know.
No. What Purple is saying is that elements that make a first-person shooter, that's not her value in playing X Defiant, so it doesn't stand out. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's not my thing. It's just like if I want to get that experience, I feel like I can get the experience.
Yeah,
that's fair.
and you definitely can.
We got sidetracked here, so let's try to get back to the thing. But real quick, about the Xbox stuff, you just look at the roadmap for this year. It got completely devastated. All they had was Hellblade 2, and now Flight Sim and Indy. Like Towerborn got cut. 33 Immortals got cut. It's like the curse of
Ain't
the
that the
roadmap.
normal now though? Ain't it always wait till next year?
That is true.
2025
Right.
it'll be wait till next year.
But we were
2026 it'll be wait till next year.
promised a AAA game at quality every quarter.
So let me
and we only got one game.
let me throw this out there real quick. I just want to say, Purple, I love when you come on here. This is like what I like. You know,
I like
good,
this group. I like y'all.
Intelligent conversation.
A good intelligent, and I don't. So the thing is, we don't have to be on the same side, but I love having a good intellectual conversation where we can disagree and it's enjoyable. I enjoy disagreeing with you, right? And the 5-0, like we always like your level of I'm just giving you your flowers right now. Your level of a discourse with individuals, I just like it, right? I just want to thank you when you come on. We always end up, we could be on one thing and you know it's gonna go like 40 minutes.
No, well, it's y'all bring the same type of energy, and I appreciate. Like I said, like you got Ellis, you know, he has them all. He definitely knows. We go kind of back and forth, but it's always love. You have FCat who,
Purple, I love you to death.
yeah, you know, and FCat, I kind of see him at everybody's chat now, and FCat always keeps us. Kind of has these random topics with like the most like you know gets those takes and Cowboy, you offer the platform, so it's mutual.
I just want to stop and say, Purple, I smile like I'm literally like that, you know, FCAT's like hold on, let's get back to the track, and I just thought like this is the Purple effect, and this is I admire it. But I'm gonna pull back his screen on also. My wife did text me. It was like, "Hey, we getting something to eat? We're just gonna go to Wawa and get something to eat tonight from Wawa."
Yeah,
but,
we need to
so I don't
hurry
want
up
to
and
go
get
too much
through
longer.
this. So apparently Halo 5 Guardians was considered for PC port, but was scrapped due to technical hurdles. And I am glad because we finally got a console exclusive. Woo!
What do you mean?
I'm trying to understand
Halo 5 is never going to come to PC, bro. Like, you have to
Why
buy
not? You already got Halo Infinite, Halo Master Chief. I mean, don't they? I mean, why would that be that would be a good thing for them? Xbox already gave up.
Console exclusive, bro.
Well, the thing
we
is,
don't need Halo 5 Guardians as a console exclusive. That I mean, when
FCAT is always throwing the console war narrative out there. So
isn't Halo Infinite on
by now? So
yeah.
Then why the hell shouldn't Halo 5 be on every since they've already went? Every Halo should be on PC. Like, why pick and choose? And I mean, I don't know. I thought Halo 5 was already on PC because it's like PC day one, Halo Infinite.
So here's what I don't know is I don't know how much the resources cost to do a port, right? But I also think look what happened when The Last of Us 2 came to PC, right? It actually wasn't held that well. It was a bad port, but I feel like maybe sometimes. Maybe if a game's been out for too long, what's the point of even bringing it, right? Because you already got Halo Infinite, as you said, some of the other Halo. So maybe it's kind of like they looked at checks and balances. It was like, is it even going to worth putting this on PC? Maybe that might be it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think that's exactly what it is. But what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at is when you talk about technical hurdles, and I think if you follow the thread on this, I think this all has to do with the entire team who was working on the back end of Halo, because that was a very specific game engine. They have said that they're putting Halo on Unreal Engine 5, which is purely a cost saving mode to help put it to more platforms. When you have a specialized team like that working on a bespoke game engine, that costs money. That those people have leverage because you cannot just easily replace them, because guess what? They're the only ones who know that. So I think by scrapping that entire team, there's now no one to support this game going to PC, and this is probably one of those like side effects of that decision to put it on Unreal Engine 5.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
I don't even play it. I just play
Console
Destiny.
exclusive. I'm happy.
I don't know. Just play Destiny. That's all I gotta say.
It's an old game, Cowboy. Yes, I know it's an old game, Cowboy. But please leave my console exclusives alone.
FCAT is wild. All right, what we got next?
I don't mind PC.
Let's move on. So apparently the Series X is actually outselling the Series S now. This is great news. This is great news because it needs to go.
So you know what's crazy? I wonder, right, if we could all take a stab at this. So what made the Series X end up catching up to the Series S? So the Series S was cheaper. It was the budget console.
People saw games not coming, and people saw games, performing worse on over here, and it's like, oh, maybe I should check out the extra, $100,
So
$200.
let me take a weird direction. Could it be that a lot of parents could have been buying a Series S for their kids, right, and for themselves, and then could it be that remember when I got excited and I said I want to buy an Xbox? All of a sudden we watched that one Xbox thing that was like 4 months ago, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna get an Xbox. Could it be that
that was that Doom showcase?
That showcase, maybe that showcase made a bunch of people feel the same way I felt. My problem is if I don't pull the trigger in 2 weeks, this is me on everything. Well, if I don't do it in 2 weeks, I'm kind of like, all right, I'll forget about it and never mind. I'll lose that fire. But maybe that showcase had some people excited, and those people were more like, I don't want to say gamers, not that you would get an S and you're not a gamer, but maybe those people was gamers who wanted the power. And so therefore they ultimately ended up taking over in sales because, Xbox was showing that they was going to have more games coming, and the value of
it could be that, Cowboy.
I'm just trying here.
Yeah, it could be that, or it could be my experience with the Series S.
Okay.
I saw Immortals of Avium on Series S, and I was like, oh no. And I sent that thing to GameStop and traded in and upgraded.
That is true. People could trade a system in it. Because I was about to say, you think the same people are going to buy a new console? But yeah, if you trade it and get some off. But go ahead, Purple.
But now you got Avowed coming out, and that's going to be 30, on everything.
Yeah. So for me, I think I think this is one data source, Circana. Like I think what Newzoo is the one I personally track, and I haven't seen this data point from them because you're basically saying that Series X at a fit. I would have to see. They're saying they're tracking it by dollar spend. So regardless, let's say it really did outsell it. I think that you also have to start to think about where were they pulling the Series S, like working on that side where you're trying to generate revenue. It's an easy product mix. You start pulling the Series S from shelves. You continue to have the Series X. I think it's marginal, right? I'm not necessarily sure if this is like, the fans are doing that, or I just think this is purely an inventory moving around.
Real quick. Also, during COVID, remember Series S was more, available to get, and Series X was hard to get, so everybody had to, go for the S.
Well, to Purple's point, 1% could still be outselling, right? So a lot of times we get lost in the numbers because if you say outselling, you just think like, oh snap, right? You might be thinking 30%. That could be 2% selling 2% more than the S, and that statement still holds true.
Yeah. So it's the second sentence that I'm looking at. Circana, which tracks U.S. game spending in dollars, reports that the Xbox Series S accounted for 51% of total in September, and 51% of all of the Xbox Series X sold live to date. That's the number I'm kind of curious about because last time we actually got a somewhat official number, it was 60-40. And I just don't know how this weighted average is working out. But again, to me, this is like, okay, you're still being outsold by PlayStation, and both of them are about to be outsold by Nintendo. So it's kind of like,
I think to be fair, if I'm going to be fair, I've always said video games are popularity contest. To be fair, there was no way, and this is what I said back even when I was on Stadia before the new Xbox and PlayStation came out. There's impossible for out of nowhere Xbox would have came out and jumped over PlayStation, because the last generation, the margin was similar. There was way more people with a PlayStation. So what would for Xbox to all of a sudden make the majority of PlayStation fans say, next PlayStation, I'm getting the Xbox? That was almost not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, people are human. Like, what's going to make you change from being a Cowboy fan to an Eagle fan? Like, if you just say that, in today's day, it'd be like, you know what? Next year, I bet you're gonna be an Eagles fan and not a Cowboys. You'd be like, I'll die before that happened. You know. So to be fair, it's almost like Xbox was going into it. It was going to be impossible for them to make that jump over PlayStation. If we're being real.
No, I totally look. I personally believe Xbox is already made. Like, Phil Spencer probably knows at the end of the day, everything that they've done over the last 10 years has said, we are trying to get out of this console game. Like, to me, these are whatever it is, they're not trying to sell consoles. TK9 says this all the time. They're trying to sell a service.
Purple, that's my problem. That's the problem I have with Xbox.
Look, Reforce today, he was saying they're still selling to the non-gamers. They're still pushing TV. Like they did in Xbox One.
They're just, but that's the thing. To me, it's been very clear since Stadia days that, hey, we're going to try to game anywhere with the cloud. Stadia didn't start doing anything, so then they kind of stopped that. Then they said, hey, we're going to get, we're trying to get Candy Crush to get a mobile store. That hasn't happened. Oh, by the way, last time I was on this channel, FCAT, what has happened have you heard anything about buying cloud on Android? No, you haven't. Exactly. Yeah. So now you then come back to, okay, well, we're going to make a push into PC. It's everything but console.
Remember Purple, out there first and foremost, you don't need a console to play our games.
They don't. They don't.
They push that narrative above everything.
And they continue to push it.
Right.
So can I just say this for the people, Ellis, like you? I know I said it the other day, and you were in the chat, but we didn't actually talk about it. My only issue with someone like Ellis and K9 is this, right?
Whoa! Why you?
Oh my goodness!
I have to because I have to because this is what I mean. Is that you guys are bothered by their venture to do everything other than console.
Okay, I see where you're going.
But my only issue is, but hold up, my only issue is nothing they're doing outside of consoles has stopped them from, we're gamers, from bringing the games to console. So I feel like until that day they don't support consoles, like I don't see why it bothers you and him so much that they will put a game on PC. They will put a game on mobile. They'll put a game on cloud. Because now the day they say, oh, this is cloud only and we're not bringing it to console, right? Besides the deal they got with Tajima, right? So I feel like, why does it bother you that much? Because you're still getting the game. That's my question.
I think the thing, in forgive me if I'm wrong, Alice, I think the thing is, they were told the console, they were sold on this console being the most powerful in everything. And what they continue to get is a substandard compared to PC, which, and it could be something as simple as just 60 frames, 4K, which supposedly this console, for at least the X, should have been able to do in spades. We've yet to see that on day and date launch. And then when PlayStation gets a similar game, or for their first party, at least even if it's upscaled, they're getting that. It's still like they're prioritizing it. That's where I think they're upset with it, is because it seems like you told me to get a console. If you had told me like, hey, we're going to give you the console is not going to be our focus. Therefore, you're not going to get the best experience from the console. I think that would have been a different conversation, but that's not how they presented it back in 2020.
I mean, that will. I feel like you're putting words in his mouth, but at the same time, I don't. To your point, Purple, that still has nothing to do with you not getting games coming to console. Now, they could have them not having powerful enough, or them not you feeling like maybe PlayStation has more power, or their games end up being more graphical fidelity, right, or more frames, right. That I don't feel that has anything to do with them to go in the cloud, going to mobile, going to this and that. So I feel like the people being upset with Xbox because they want their games to be all over and feeling like they're not supporting the console. That's what I hear. Like Murder, I'm waiting for him to rebuttal, but they're not supporting the console. I'm like, how are they not supporting the console when the console is still getting the game? So that's just what I want to hear. You know what I mean? I would love K9 to give me a great explanation of that, or even Murder, because I feel like, dude, they're still getting the games.
Yeah, so. For the most part, they are getting the games, and a lot of what Purple says is true. But I would have got an Xbox first anyway.
Right.
But it was more or less for me. I come from, and it might be wrong. I can stand up to how I believe. I'm on the old guard. I had to sit there and go through the real fanboy days of Warren and Warren. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, all the PlayStation antics and everything else was all fair games and everything like that. But when Sony starts having a bad moment, it's and Xbox can actually stand up and try to be something strong, which they are strong. They're the richest, second, first every other month, richest company in the world. But when I sit there and I see that, for one, they're not prioritizing. Okay, the games are still coming there to a certain extent. There's plenty of times you'll see a game coming to Xbox, PC. Why is it coming to Xbox Game Pass PC, but not coming to Xbox Ultimate or to the Xbox console? I get it. Okay, cool. Then you sit there and tell me I could have went and got, like Purple said, I could have went and got a PlayStation first before I got my Series X and just played my games in the cloud. You sit there and tell me that all the and I'm being selfish when it comes to, Xbox. I don't want to, and like I said, I might sound stupid, and I get that. I don't want to see Halo or Gears or any of those tentpole games go to PlayStation, and I don't want to see tentpole PlayStation games go to Xbox, because I think competition needs to be there. And Xbox has kind of showed me that they don't want to compete. In my eyes, that's just to me. A 25 or 20-year-old Xbox game. I played it since it came out.
22.
Unfortunately, Murder, that brings us into our next thing, and this is something.
Let the man finish his thought, bro.
Let's get into the next thing, because he's bringing it up, because this is like Stadia. This is Stadia's shutdown announcement or rumor, level type stuff.
He was responding to a direct question. He wasn't finished his rebuttal to a question. I asked him a question, and he was trying to answer the question.
No, and just like I said, I know it's not right, but for me, I feel like Xbox is being weak. I'm a man. I'm with you, like Cowboy or anybody. I'm like an alpha male myself, and when I see it, like Purple said earlier, nobody likes a loser. And it's like every single time Xbox has an opportunity to do something to really get their names and get themselves back in the gaming space, they do something fucking stupid. Right. You hear Xbox and they're talking about, we'll give you all of our games. And look, just the other day they came out and said Crimson Desert, PlayStation was up in the offices trying to money hat and tell them fuck Xbox. No, it's gonna be, why, and I can respect that more. I respect that PlayStation is focused on the console because, excuse me, no disrespect to PC players, I'm not a PC gamer. I'm sorry. I don't care about being able to play stuff at 8K Ultra, 3,000 frames per second. I don't give a damn about that. And when Xbox showed me that, yes, they're giving out the games, but they showed me in their own little sneaky weird way. And yeah, Phil Spencer makes it sound real good. But they've showed me that console really isn't a priority. And PlayStation, on the other hand, is all in on the console gamer, and
Right.
so that's why I've gravitated more towards PlayStation. You know, I still
That's fair.
play my
So
Xbox. I still, you know,
Yeah,
and
Xbox basically told us to buy the console. Now they're
nobody
like,
likes a
oh,
loser
buy a PC.
So-
Now buy a PC.
So let me sum it up,
besides
Murder.
other losers.
What I pretty much heard you say was
Mhm.
Xbox lost the console war, and you
Yes.
ain't. And at the end of the day, you you're like you said, you're a man's man. I get it. And Purple said, "Who likes? No one likes a loser." So for you, you were like, you know what? I kind of had enough, and I got both consoles anyway. I'm just gonna primarily be on the winning side.
Yeah, I'll give the Xbox exactly what they want. They want me to use my Series X as a what do they call it, a red box.
A rental.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to use my Xbox as a red box, and I've continuously, as you know, bought multiple games that could have been Xbox's money.
Sure.
But I play the games, I try them out on my Xbox. Okay, if I like them, I go buy them on PlayStation. That's what Xbox wants. That's what they get.
Well, can I say this
You
real
know?
quick? And then FCAT, I'm gonna let you go. And then I told my wife I'll be off 15 minutes. But here's the thing. I did say this when I was leaving Stadia. I just said what I do think is the better deal, and I said this. I said if you purchase a PlayStation 5, then you'll have the PlayStation exclusives that Purple kind of was alluding to. That some people they do hold some value, but the fact that Xbox is allowing you to play on a PC or a phone or a cloud or whatever you get your hands on, why not buy a PlayStation and then just play the Xbox games in the cloud or however else you could get them? And like if you could only pay for one, right? For me, I was like, that kind of the smarter buy because PlayStation is being tight. They were being tight with their games. And if you do get them, like I always say to Cubini, yeah, but you're waiting. You will get them on PC, but if you really want to play that game, you got to wait. So I always felt like the better thing would to do, because in the beginning, I was thinking about getting an Xbox, but it just made sense that
and you still should get an Xbox. I believe. I'm not saying not. I'm not in no hurry to get rid of my Series X. I'll turn my camera on.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
My Xbox is still on the wall. It's still the shit. I think it's a better machine overall than my PlayStation. Honestly, but like I said, it ain't even for me. I don't even think it has anything to do with gaming, but it does. Right. I just don't like the weakness that I'm seeing.
I got you.
I'm not used. You know what I mean. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to the weakness. Hey, PlayStation here, take all of our games. PlayStation over, like, yeah, we'll take your games, but we ain't giving you shit, bitch. Excuse my language. I just don't. I don't.
I get it.
It's fair exchange, ain't no robbery.
It's like you literally bit off more you could choose with the fanboy stuff. You know what I mean? Like literally just,
Right.
But go ahead, FK.
But not really.
Try to get to the rest of this.
Yeah. Yeah. We got 15 minutes. We gotta hurry up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a rumor out there. I didn't have it up here. I thought I had it up here, but yeah, Helldivers 2 is supposed to come to Xbox, and apparently Arrowhead said it can happen, but Sony has to pretty much play ball,
work it out with Phil Spencer.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen, but yeah. Unfortunately, Murder. This is like Stadia shutdown announcement. What you pulling up?
Oh, sorry. I had I don't know where it went. I grabbed the thing that you put in there about the but this popped up. But I went in the thing and I grabbed the thing about Helldivers.
Oh, I seen that too. I seen that story you had of Cowboy. The dude went and spent $20,000. Crazy.
Yeah, FCAT mentioned that earlier. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
That is.
So yeah, this is.
You better hope the world's still here in 20 years. What?
Right, 24 years.
Here's some Stadia shutdown rumor type level stuff. So PS5
Purple Miner wrote this article. Come on now.
PS5 Pro versions in development for Fable, Gears, E-Day, Perfect Dark, Avowed, Blade, Halo, not the remake. We're talking about the whole slate here, guys.
That's 100. I think so I'll say this.
Who is this? Mag? Oh,
yeah, Mag.
I will say for sure. I think Halo. Unfortunately, like I think that's the only reason you really switched to Unreal. I'm just saying is why do you switch to Unreal Engine 5? Why do you
I might get rid of my Xbox if they do that.
No, I'm just saying why do you switch on Unreal Engine 5
Like I say, and I know it sounds stupid and I'm selfish, but I'm being serious.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been like
I don't want God of War. I don't want God of War on Xbox. I just leave those couple games alone. Everything else they can go
here's the thing, real quick. I've been in the trenches with the fanboy stuff since I was a kid, right? But bro, if Halo come to PlayStation, it's as far as fanboy.
No, Cowboy, don't feel that way. Xbox will make more money. You'll touch more gamers. No.
I'm gonna say this. 18 months ago, I think it was Ellis was on this. I know Kabini was on it, and y'all asked me a question. Y'all said, "Purple, why are you against the ABK deal?" Right, and I said, I remember that. I didn't say I was against it. I said, the deal needed to be revised and extended for it to go through. But I also said I am against mergers and acquisitions because of the unintended consequences. I said if ABK comes to Xbox, that is the end of the console. I said that. I said that was going to destroy the Xbox brand. And no one could understand it. Y'all were saying like, hey, well, we're Game Pass is going to get this, it's going to get that. No, the reason why it is because they tasted a little bit of that, what I'm going to call drug, which is a multi-plat strategy for a console that struggles with its single, its console exclusives. That's why when you look at what Call of Duty can do, when you look at what Diablo's doing, when they see that, they're like, wait a second, why are we going to put this on our console where we're struggling with some of our first party sales? Let's put everything. And that's what that chick, the one right there, Sarah Bond. See, people have been spoiled with Phil Spencer, who talks like a gamer. Tell me when has Sarah Bond talked like a gamer? That chick does not. She is not a gamer. That chick right there. I hope they still keep the love for her for what she's about to do, because she has to turn that thing around to make it profitable. And the thing that's going to do it, they're like, that's why when you look at Diablo, what is the Black Ops 6? When you look at the multi-plat games that are getting their nice little flowers and their praises and they're hitting their benchmarks, and then you look at the ones that are on your console and they're not hitting their benchmarks, it does not. We're talking to people who are not gamers. To them, XDefiant is the same thing as Call of Duty. That's how they're like, but for everything, you're not gonna continue to put stuff just on your console, and like that's just the bottom line. So when
hold on, Purple though, play it besides Black Myth Wukong, every other game that's came out on PlayStation has been looped to cold to damn near not hitting any numbers. Why does Xbox?
They're different business models.
Why are they so invested in putting their games anywhere? Wouldn't you think PlayStation would do that? Their games aren't selling either.
No, here's the difference. PlayStation. No, the different. They're not the
Stellar
same.
Blade barely broke 1 million.
But here's the difference. Here's the difference. Here's the difference. What is Sony? What is Sony? Sony is a hardware company. Sony has the data to say.
And Microsoft don't.
Microsoft's a software company, hence the reason it's called Microsoft.
So they don't make hardware or any of that. They've been
just trying
the
to
dummies in the room.
No, what does Microsoft make? Microsoft makes, this is who these people are. The people who are rising up in that company are not your hardware people. They're the people who are on stuff that you can't touch. Microsoft Office, professional services, cloud, this whole Skype, LinkedIn. That's the stuff that makes a lot of money. Bill Gates said this. Bill Gates said hardware is a losing person game. Right? This is why Steve Jobs said, I have nothing to worry about with Microsoft. They cannot figure themselves creatively. They cannot play in hardware.
True.
Sony's a hardware company. They're not going to undo their business model to go purely into software. They realize like, hey, if you buy a PlayStation, you're more likely to buy Sony hardware. And we have an entire ecosystem of hardware. Just like if you buy Apple, just like if you buy Samsung. That's how hardware companies think. All Microsoft has is what? A controller in the console. What, you go to buy the refrigerator, the toaster? That doesn't make sense. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna say, yo, the easier thing to do is just make the software, because that's the business model that the rest of the company does, and eventually you're gonna phase out the hardware. They've been told you this.
That's true.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Cowboy,
all right,
have
let's
you
go to the
noticed?
next thing.
That's true.
Well, before we go on, have you noticed this your old friend's name right here?
MM2K.
MM2K.
I don't know who that. Oh,
he's like in Cold Blood Sensei. They're good people.
That's yeah, that was shocking when you told me that, because I was like, wait, hold up, wait, what?
Did somebody you stream with or something?
No.
We had a little.
MM2K. He used to be hardcore Stadia.
Yeah, he was very hardcore Stadia.
Yeah, we were
very hard
real cool.
Xbox.
And then
nice.
him and I had a big falling out, and I dropped a video on him, and then we was never cool again.
Imagine that.
That was one of my finest works, I will have to say.
So all I'm gonna say is, go ahead.
Yeah, so right after this, somebody came back and they were like, "Oh no, they're slowing down the ports due to Indiana Jones." Right? So
good. They shouldn't be giving them none.
Everything's all gravy until old Captain Satya Nadella put out an email pretty much saying, "Hey, I need to get paid." So he said, "Nope, screw y'all. I'm the captain now, because these games are coming over there."
I'm telling you, they do not care about their employees, right? They have let off over 4,500 people who are part of the Xbox gaming divisions from the beginning of this year. They have let them go. All right, that's cost saving. They have to raise revenue. You are third place, right? You're about to be way in third place once this Nintendo.
But they're number one in money though.
Not
money coming in. Game Pass and all that stuff. That even though I don't like it, it makes enough to sustain itself.
No, but
it's not a failing product.
But it's not at Microsoft's level. Like, go look at they're coming out with their report this year, right? And go look at it. Look at the gaming division year-over-year growth. You're gonna see 4 to 6%, excluding the ABK deal. And it'll say that little caveat. Go look at cloud. It's going to be 35%. Go look at Office, 25%. Those are profit margins. When you are, as someone who's had a P&L, and your P&L is single digits and everybody else is healthy 20% digits, you already know that is not going to fly. And that's
when Purple starts going out of my realm, I can't even argue with her.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. But this is
you start speaking them fancy words. No,
but but that's the facts. Like they continue to tell you this. I told you when ABK went through and they were going to see what Call of Duty can do, right? And they can see what Candy Crush can do. Like, those things make massive amounts of money, and they're like, wait a second, we can sell all that, and I don't even need to have Xbox division to just pull Xbox. Say, I'm not putting Call of Duty on Xbox. Trust me, PlayStation and PC, that probably makes up that's probably 80 to 90% right there. So if you already are in that boat, you're like, why am I spending so much? Why do I have a hardware division? We got out of hardware on it. We don't even have our stores anymore. We don't have our phone anymore. Heck, even our tablets are somewhat not selling. We got out of the Zoom stuff. Like, every single thing tells you.
Oh man,
like you said earlier, Doom Eternal coming to you, and you don't even need an Xbox.
You don't. That's what they want. That's
what they're pushing.
For half the Xbox people, they're going to be like, "Oh, I'm okay. I can play." Look, they see the numbers. They see who is actually coming in and playing, who is actually going on cloud, who is playing this on PC, who has logged into PlayStation to play the game. They have all those metrics.
Right.
And they're looking at it and they're saying, like, for some, they've made up their mind. And as I said, when Phil Spencer retires in the next 2 years, and Sarah Bond becomes the head of Xbox, and then she says, well, screw y'all, I don't know the difference, and puts it all out there on PlayStation and Nintendo, also by Nintendo, right? She's gonna put it over there too. People forget Nintendo's more powerful. They're gonna be putting stuff over there. That's the thing. They're already doing the math. If Nintendo can sell 100 million of this,
so
that's it. Game over.
So apparently, Jez Corden claims Phil Spencer is the one trying to save Xbox from going third party.
I 100% believe that. I 100% believe that, and I 100% that's the reason why he's going to be forced in retirement.
Who got next, FCat?
Yeah. So let's talk about Call of Duty on Game Pass. So yeah, Call of Duty, one of Steam's most popular games, despite being free on Game Pass. Now, I mentioned
#1 across every platform besides Nintendo. Just saying.
This is the thing. Murder. This is the thing. I was playing Black Ops, multiplayer and all, and I was noticing something. I was getting back-to-back diamond achievements, and I was like, "What's going on, man? Is it nobody playing this?"
Nobody what? Oh, stop it!
He's trying to say, "Is nobody playing?"
Diamond achievement.
Are you serious? You did something good.
No, that means hardly anybody got that achievement. That's what a diamond achievement is.
I'm just gonna say this: #1 across Boosteroid, #1 across GFN, #1 across Steam, #1 across PlayStation, and Nintendo. When the new Nintendo, remember they got a 10-year deal to drop it on there. Okay, all right.
What I want to know is who has played it on game xCloud. That's what I'm curious. I seen it like Rudix playing it.
Hey,
I
it's
seen a
on
bunch
there.
of people playing it that I don't think have an Xbox. So I'm curious because I seen what SPG playing it. So I'm wondering, are all these people playing it on the cloud, or are they playing on GFN? Or
it is active with the cloud now.
Huh?
Yeah.
I said it is active with the cloud now.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, like, what I'm curious on is how does it play on xCloud?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't never play on xCloud.
And y'all already know every single one of those things on xCloud, on GFN, on Booster. If I still don't think that's a legit one, but whatever. All of those Luna, every single one of those. Guess who's getting a portion of those sales?
Microsoft.
Yeah, well, they're getting a large portion. Ubisoft gets a portion of every single. They own the license for that. They own the license for that. So again, I made a video about this.
They need it though, Purple, don't they?
Oh no, Ubisoft's gonna probably lay off half their staff. They need that check about now. They're too big. But no, I think ultimately, I made a video. I said I think this is the thing. They need this to be a home run. And it doesn't necessarily need a home run, but they're going to get a double, which is still a solid hit in baseball, right? But if you have no one else on base, it doesn't matter. That's what's going on with this game. It's a great game. And from what I've heard, I'm not, like I said, I play X Defiant. I heard it's a great game. I think it's a great game.
Purple. It is.
They're saying it's a great one.
It's one of their good ones, yeah. They finally did something right.
Yeah, but again, they came out with some analysis last week to say that in order for them to make up what by putting it on Game Pass, they're foregoing a lot of sales. And it's not just the $70. They're also foregoing some of if you get it on Game Pass, you also get a few add-ons that normally sometimes you would pay for. So with all that said, they essentially need someone to be on Game Pass for 6 months to equate or to equal what the person would have spent if they had just bought the game normally. So we're not going to see how successful this is, but again, I don't know, man. All I'm saying is that.
Yeah, don't you think it's crazy we won't see the reviews for this till like days later because they didn't turn on the servers on launch?
Well, what I would also want to know is how much did Game Pass membership goes up? Meaning, was it a big uptick in Xbox
Not at all. Not at all. No. Everybody's playing it on Steam.
That's what he's saying. He's saying they're all playing on Steam. I think so. Here's the thing. There's a lot of people playing. The question is, how many people had an inactive membership? Because I don't think there's a lot of people who are like, I can buy it on PlayStation, but I'm going to buy it on the cloud. I don't think that person exists. I think if you're on PC, the Severin's a perfect example. You commented on everybody who's on PC has said, I just bought the game because they already get multiplayer for free. So it doesn't necessarily make sense for them to pay $20 per month to play it. So really the people you have are the ones who had an Game Pass subscription and then let it lapse. That's the only uptick you're going to see who want to play this game. Right. Everything else is kind of marginal.
What about some people who, let's say they got some people, Murder is a good case, Ellis. Yeah. He got people who got both consoles, but primarily play on a PlayStation, but say, you know what, I'm going to play it on Game Pass.
He's the second group. He's the group that had Game Pass, let their subscription lapse, and is coming back.
Okay, regardless.
Yeah, that's regardless of like,
or you stacked up.
Yeah, those are the people. So like, but what they need is essentially, to your point, Cowboy, what they need is a whole bunch of other people to come in, or they need people like Murder. If he did let his subscription lapse, they need him to stay subscribed.
I never have. Unfortunately, for like the last 5 years or 4 years, I've had Game Pass and I've only used it kind of like how Cowboy uses GameFly. When people say there's something hot, I get on, I'll download it, I'll play it. I don't like it. It is what it is.
But are you still subscribed? Do you
he still pay?
Mine just never. They didn't get anything from me because
they didn't get anything from him. So they've done. So that's what they said. They need new subscription people to basically stay for 6 months. And so we're gonna see this. We're gonna see what the experiment is.
Hey, Purple, look at me. I'm someone who Cowboy. I don't want to hear your whatever. The DualSense has become my favorite controller, and my boys that I play with that are part of my clan that I've been playing with for 10 years, and I know these people in real life. They all play on PlayStation, but some of them got a Series S or whatever they could get for Starfield. Like, I really have people in my group that specifically got consoles for Xbox just to play Starfield. Now, I'm playing Call of Duty on Game Pass right now, but I'm still gonna buy it on PlayStation and play it on PlayStation. So I'm one of those people that people will be like, huh? What? Why? So I fall into that.
Yeah, I don't think you're the same boat as I am with Diablo. I had Diablo on Xbox initially last year, and then I went and bought Diablo on PlayStation,
right?
Because I don't want to go because I don't play it on it. So I think they're losing weight. This whole thing just kind of further reiterates they see that where their gamers are going, they're either going to PC like Cubini, like Doc Dark, if you think about all the people,
every Xbox content creator is going PC.
Every single. Just look at Cowboy's channel.
They told you to buy a console. Now they're telling you to buy a PC.
Look at Cowboy's channel from the last 3 years. 3 years ago, we legitimately had Xbox pure and pure, and look at them. TK9. He don't even touch the thing unless he's going to make fun of it. Doc Dark saying I'm going to PC. Cubini, PC. Purple is Stadia to Xbox to PlayStation. Murder Man was Xbox through and through, but he always had a PS. Now he's buying it on PS. That is just a sample size.
Wait. Even Frog Boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frog Boy.
Yeah,
he's PC now.
All of them.
Look at Cubini's in chat right now. I'm giving you props, Cubini. But but all you have to do is say, like, look at that sample size. Now
that's overwhelming.
That's like all of them. You had your PS, your Xbox sympathizers maker. Even he doesn't really bring up Xbox anymore, right? So that's where I'm saying, like, they have to be looking at that. That's just right there off of Cowboys channel. We cannot name someone who's purely Xbox still.
Crazy. That is actually crazy. I didn't even look at it like that. But yeah, you're right. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Still love my Xbox. Nothing bad, but that just like I said, they're not. You know, I'm not a Game Pass. There's some people, and I respect them that depend on Game Pass. I'm not one of those gamers. You know, I know I'm in the minority, and I know, oh my God, I'm wrong. I just, if there's a game that I want to play, I'm gonna go play that game. I don't give a damn where it's at or what it's on.
Yep.
You know, it's like it just is what it is.
No one likes a loser. Damn, that's the biggest thing.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing, guys. Despite the large high numbers on Steam,
you think those are the only numbers?
The Steam reviews are bad. It's actually sitting at a mixed reviews on Steam, claiming frequent classes. They're complaining about the audio thing that you gotta pay for.
Well, good. Them PC people deserve all that. I hope you enjoy it. Sorry, I'm not a Steam player. I don't care. I've been playing it on Xbox. I'm gonna be playing on PlayStation.
Xbox too. I've been playing it and it crashed.
I don't know about Louisiana, but you better get your internet connection better because it hasn't done none of that to me.
I was playing it on console.
I'm being honest. If it does, I would say it. It has not. It hasn't. Well, it hasn't crashed on me. I haven't had no audio. I don't. You know, I haven't had any of those issues. And some of us don't.
The audio thing is the thing that they're making you pay for the personalized audio.
Oh, see, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah,
I kept seeing people talk about it, but I never looked into it.
Yeah, it's $20 and you get personalized audio, and we're having to pay for a license for Dolby audio on Xbox anyway. It's like, why the hell would we want this? It's basically like buying a Turtle Beach headset.
Whoa! What do you? Never mind. What you got against Turtle Beach? I like Turtle Beach. Damn you!
I'm saying it's the same thing. you can buy a Turtle Beach headset and get the same audio.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. But
all right, well,
I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, PC and Steam people. I'm sorry you guys are having problems. Myself personally, I haven't. So I don't know.
What I want to do is play this little clip because I think I might have to retitle this stream because I know I have the little Chucky, but the old Chucky that I had to kind of get rid of because YouTube kept flagging me.
I gotta
we got to go back
what's
to the
going
old
on
one,
here.
where he was a little violent, and this is what the old Chucky used to say.
You're a winner, and you know what winners say. Fuck the losers who can't take a joke. Man the fuck up.
Yo, the old Chucky was, hey, my man said, F the losers who can't take it. You know what winners say? All right, anyway, yo, that's hard. That's hard body right there. You know what winners say? F the losers who can't take a joke. All right, anyway,
let's go to final words. My final words. I just want to say to all these Xbox dudes who are capping for the ABK deal and they're playing Call of Duty campaign. I'm like, oh wow. You know, Call of Duty, I don't want to be the gatekeeper here, but Call of Duty campaign's kind of for the noobs. You know, zombies for kids. You know, come over to where the adults play. Come over to multiplayer.
And what is Warzone for?
Hey, hold on, FK. How are you liking multiplayer? You enjoying it?
Oh yeah, this is a good con.
Okay.
The campaign's good. The zombies is good, and the multiplayer.
Oh, you just said the camp. So you've been playing the campaign.
I'm saying the campaign is for newbies.
Have you been playing it? How you know it's good?
Xbox dudes playing just the campaign.
Oh
no, but to be fair, FK, when people typically get these games, like historically, I would beat the campaign first. You try to like beat the campaign, so then you could play with all your boys on multiplayer. You know what I mean?
Right.
But,
I've
So
always
some
went
people, I'm sure they
multiplayer
still got
first.
that mindset.
I've
But I
always went
mean, there's
multiplayer first.
streamers that have already gotten the gold camo or this gold skin for their weapons before the game came out. There's already streamers that did the Easter eggs in zombies already. They already figured them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, man, listen, this was dope. I'm really happy that Purple jumped on. It always just spice it
definitely.
up a little bit extra. Always got to give FCAT the flowers for pulling up, a bunch of topics. Like I always tell everybody, anybody's welcome to bring their topics. But FCAT, he bring them. Can't say we love all the topics he bring, but hey, listen, this is I don't put a label on what people can and can't bring up. Let's talk about it all, even if it's non-gaming. But I got a question for Purple. Hopefully it don't go too deep, but Purple, what we actually had a poll earlier because FCAT was showing us that Kamala Harris has a Fortnite stage. So what we was wondering, like Murder was like, that don't belong in gaming. And I was just like, well, it's, at the end of the day, I'm sure Epic doesn't want to, Epic was happy to take that money, to allow them to put that in Fortnite, right? So my question for you is, what's your thoughts of political stuff dripping into video games? Does it bother you at all? Does it not bother you? If your favorite game had a banner or something in the background or whatever, what's your thoughts?
So my thoughts are, I don't think that's necessarily a new thing. But overall, I would say it all comes down to if it's the stuff, if your candidate or your philosophy that you are seeing. That I think that's what I feel like it comes down to. If you are someone who in this situation is a pro VP, the current VP and what she stands for, then you're gonna be like, it doesn't bother me, right? Because that stuff, that rhetoric doesn't bother you. But if you're someone who does not like her, you're gonna say it bothers you. You don't want to see it, right? We see this right now where people are talking about wokeness in games, even though that it could or could not be there many times. And so, me personally, I would say there are certain things that certain candidates say that really bother me. And
so what you're saying is Murder is a Trump supporter.
No, I'm not saying that.
He was really bothered about this Kamala Harris.
No, but I think it goes both. I think it goes both.
It wasn't Kamala. It's just that type of. There's people that have podcasts that will not let you get on their podcast and talk politics. Why?
Yeah.
So you think that that's okay for you to bring into
and that's exactly
game?
That's exactly how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like if it's not even so much Kamala as much as
right.
If there's a topic that I feel really charged, and now I have to see that in a game, right? It's all of a sudden an Ori, right? I have to think about the most beloved game I like right now that's coming to my mind, and then I see something there, and I'm gonna be like, well, I didn't come to gaming for that. Now there are other things I go to. It's just like, do I go to my news channels to listen to the songs from Breath of the Wild? No.
Now, Purple, what I brought up though was I was like, but then people don't have a problem with Fortnite having concerts, and that got nothing to do with gaming.
He's trying to equate them making a whole map dedicated to Kamala Harris and the Democrat or whatever. I'm not into political stuff. They're trying to make a whole map, vote for Kamala, and do all this while your kids, to Eminem doing a spur of the moment type of live event in Fortnite. That's not the same thing.
I mean, I'm gonna start this the way the way that I started the entire thing in chat. What was the first thing I typed up in chat? I wouldn't be playing Fortnite to begin with. So that's how it is.
So Purple, hear me out though, Purple. So imagine Fortnite, you go to a specific stage, right? It's not the regular game. You gotta like put in that code to go run around and play on that map, right? And the map got a bunch of stuff to say Kamala, right? Now the Eminem thing or all the other concerts, you turn on Fortnite to play the regular game. Let's say you and your boys like today we rocking. That literally stops the whole game and make you watch the concert. So I'm just saying, I feel like that's more detrimental to playing a game if the concert stop you from playing the game versus the Kamala Harris thing don't stop you at all. You just go to it separately. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't know that. We don't know yet.
Look, I have not played games in concert, so this whole idea about people going to a concert and a game is like foreign to me. So like what you're talking to me is like very abstract concepts to me.
And that's what Fortnite be doing. That's why your favorite developer favorite game is Fortnite, Purple. I'm just saying.
My favorite developer?
We literally using Fortnite for both examples because they're doing it all.
Ooh, here's a better question, Purple. Here's a better question, Purple. Do you think the CEO of Epic is a Kamala supporter? So he allowed it?
Tim Sweeney? I think no, I think Tim Sweeney's come out and said he supports progressive causes. Like I actually do believe that. I actually think that. I mean, I think if you're Tim Sweeney right now, you're making a bet. Like you got to think like political, like those people who can buy elections. People don't believe that, but you can buy elections,
right?
And when you think about
doing it right now,
lobbyists.
Yeah, like Elon is, but if you look at on the other side, look how many people are lining up on her side. And if you're thinking about Epic and you're thinking about the government is bringing a case to break open the Android store and is bringing a case to iOS, guess who? Well, that's your cause, right? So you're like 100% on Lena Khan's side, right?
Exactly.
So you gotta like that's how those guys play. Like
exactly.
I did offer though, Purple. I did offer one time. We was debating in the chat, right? People was going on. Actually, I came in the Discord late, and everybody's going in about the politics. Not everybody, but some people. And I was like, honestly, I said I'm gonna vote for Kamala, right? And I said just because she's a woman, because I want to see a woman president. They was like, that's so stupid. I was like, here's the thing: if you feel your voting is so important, one vote. Then somebody give me $300 and I'll put my vote for whoever you want. Everybody shut up. So I'm just saying, if voting was that important, the one vote, then somebody give me they could buy my vote too. If somebody want to buy my vote, give me $300 and I'll go vote for whoever you want me for. But if not, then I don't want to hear nothing.
No, but yeah, so you asked me if Tim Sweeney is that. I 100% think that. And right. I think when you look at Elon Musk, you have to look at I'll tell you like this: if Donald Trump does not win, Elon Musk is selling Twitter.
Damn.
Okay, like that's his.
He's an illegal immigrant and all this stuff.
No, he that's his bet. His bet is he wants to be a news maker. He wants to liberalize crypto and do. He has a lot to win if Donald Trump wins, and that's what. But on the progressive side, it's too much muscling. He doesn't have that old money on that side, so that's his bet, and like that's what it looks like. Like that's when you see that type of money, the people who literally make like millions of dollars a day doing nothing. This is how they play the game. It's a very different game.
And he's sitting there thinking, "Oh, I can make kids go run to their parents and be like, vote for Kamala." I saw it on Fortnite. I need V-Bucks.
Yeah, well, if he can do that, then because Epic's also in the hot water too, because they're investigating Epic for what they're showing to kids. So like, all these people are bad people, and they're all saying like, can I get you to do this little thing enough that takes the heat off of me, but also helps me? That's the only way they can still grow. It's not about working harder, hiring more people. It's about how can I twist the rules in my favor.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, my wife just texted me and said, I thought she was coming at 9. So she got a headache, and so she want to eat.
All right.
I should have never said, let's go to Wawa. Not on my days. I should have just said, I'll get my own food today. See?
All right. See y'all next week,
All
guys.
right. Later.
All right, guys. Take care.
Heck yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys for being a part of it. Murder, Purple, FCAT. I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody in the chat. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Definitely a lot of fun. if you missed some of the stuff, go back. It was just an epic show. A lot of stuff we discussed. It was great. I mean, wow. But just remember, guys, I'll be moving in about 3 weeks or so, and I will be changing up some things. So we will definitely see how the channel evolves and name change and all this good stuff. I'm working behind the scenes on stuff. So it's going to be cool, but probably like maybe the first week after I move, I'll probably have everything ready because I got to do a whole new everything. I want pretty much everything to be kind of different, you know, to a point. Still going to be me, Cowboy, King of Entertainment, the master of vlogging, king of content, captain of consistency, the all-purpose champ. Name, I don't know. Break it down. All right, guys. Have a good night. Oh, and my man Isa was up in here. What's up, Isa? Later.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man. And now, your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!